start streaming the live event. Your event is starting. And we're live. Hello and welcome to not the Snappy-Tech podcast. There's a Google event starting in half an hour that's called Ask More of Your Phone. It's going to be me. It's going to be Paul for the time being. We're going to take the piss out of Google together. This is similar to what happened to the Apple event. So if you were offended by that, go fuck yourself. It was. I got so many comments, but were like, "Oh my god, you sound like such a ignorant. So you sound like such an ignorant douchebag." And I was like, "Yep, that's what I was going for." So if you don't want to hear us make fun of Google, go somewhere else. Preferably to the iPhone 10/iPhone 8 live launch reactions and conversation video, because that one's for you. We have Paul. Hey Paul, how you doing?
Hello.
So before we get into this, I was at an event today, and I wanna talk about it real quick.
Shit.
I need to mute Twitter.
I need to mute my computer. There we go.
So yeah, nice. I need to do the same thing. Hang on. I just got a notification from Twitter, and it made a ding noise, and I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
So I was at an event today. There are a few reasons I want to mention this event. First of all, CCleaner were there. Now, if you remember, we discussed the CCleaner malware a couple of podcasts ago. Podcast number 13, we discussed CCleaner. I mentioned it to them. I said, "Hey guys, we were talking about you on our podcast because of a malware situation. You know, do you wanna come on and sort of sort it out?" And they said yes. So probably not this week. Probably not next week. We need to sort of get a proper timeline for it. But we are in contact with CCleaner. They want to do what Equifax didn't, which is come out, talk about it in public, be honest about it. So we're going to get them on. We're going to talk about what happened, how it happened, all that jazz. So I just want to say a huge, really quickly, just a huge thank you to CCleaner for being really good sports. We mentioned that CCleaner kind of shouldn't exist in the sense that it should be something Windows already offers. They completely agreed with that. They were like, "Yeah, that is so true." So they were really nice people. We're going to be talking to them hopefully in the coming weeks. Hopefully soon. It should be good. The other thing I really quickly wanted to do was mention a couple of freebies I got because I only picked up a few today at this event because I was kind of too tired to talk enough to people to ask for more. First of all, I got this t-shirt. Let me I
haven't even got the stream up actually. I need to.
You should be able to see me in Skype, but you know.
I can't.
Oh, can't you?
No, you haven't done it.
Oh, whoops, sorry, my bad. It says find your Achilles heel before the Trojan does. So that's cool. This is actually another shirt from Splunk. So Splunk also do the Drop Your Dependencies shirt. They were kind enough to give me a different shirt as well, which is nice of them. Hang on, let me fix my webcam real quick.
Yeah, by the way, you realised
I
think one of the things you tweeted out was the wrong thing.
Where?
Yeah, you haven't updated the snappy-tech/live link.
I thought I had. I don't know.
No, because I tweeted it, then I was like, okay, what? Then, yeah, the ones you've tweeted are wrong. You're always wrong. One of the ones you tweeted.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure I changed it. Yeah, there's an auto tweet whenever I live stream. Hang on. No, it is right.
Yeah, that's...
It takes a little bit of time to process, but it should be right.
Yeah, on Twitter it comes up as
on Twitter the little preview might be wrong, but the link itself is fine. It does that sometimes. It will sort itself out in 10 minutes whenever Twitter refreshes my cache.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a thing. I need to... Oh, damn it. This is why I don't usually... That's better. Cool. So yeah, so that's a thing. So I got this t-shirt from Splunk. Thanks to those guys for the t-shirt. It's greatly appreciated. However, I got another couple of ones. So I got... I have so many of these at this point, it's not even funny. I got a power bank from CCleaner. This was a little memento. They were like, "Hey, take this as a reminder to do work with us." They were actually about to give me a USB stick, and I sarcastically, this is before we had the conversation, so they went to give me a USB stick, and sarcastically I was like, "Knowing your malware, no thanks." And they kind of gave us a look of, good call, and gave me the power bank instead.
Turns out those guys weren't actually from CCleaner. They're the ones that did the malware, and they're there to spread the malware to everyone.
Yeah, can you imagine?
That's why they want to be on the show. They can actually just come on here and be like, "See, we shared it. Go download malware."
Can you imagine? But they told me. So we had the discussion, and they said that 2.7 million users or whatever it was got hit by the initial payload, right? The ransomware, not the ransomware. Sorry, the malware, the bit that sort of downloaded the main part as such. But it turns out they were so quick in shutting down the malware and shutting off all the servers that only 40 users were affected. Which is crazy, if you ask me.
Yeah, then once again, as Equifax...
Yeah, as Equifax hasn't taught us.
Oh, man.
Nice. So that was one freebie, right? The t-shirt. Battery bank is another freebie. The third, and probably my favourite freebie, is from a relatively unknown company. And this isn't the kind of company that you'll do work with, and by you I mean either yourself personally, Paul, or the people listening. It's an enterprise company. They do enterprise tech.
We're an enterprise.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. So this is how it comes packaged, right? Now, they told me what it was, but I haven't actually opened it up yet. It's a real experience opening
Is it a fidget spinner?
It's imagine if it was. It's not. It's not a fidget spinner. It is. Oh my god!
Turns out it actually is.
This is more gorgeous in real life than like what they explained to me. It's a wooden phone stand. That's like custom made. It's got a little ridge here for like a fingerprint scanner. So if you need to tap on it, you can like put your finger there. So this is from Call.Center. If you ever need to set up like your phones as call centers, and you can like do a bunch of stuff like that. Thank you for the phone stand. I'm not sure where I'm putting this yet. It says on the back, designed and produced by Inskoko in Lithuania. So yeah, it's one solid. Hang on, It's one solid piece of wood. It's cool. I like it. So thank you to Call.Center for this. But yeah, those are the three main freebies, the three big ones. Oh, how have you been?
That sums it up, basically. Yeah.
Fair enough.
just in pain. Not my legs playing me up today, but apart from that, yeah, not bad.
So, how invested are you in the Google Pixel 2? How much do you know about it?
I know it's coming today.
What?
In
really?
a roughly 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how quick they get to the phone.
Oh, they're going to get to it last. It'll
out.
be in an hour and a half.
Yeah, probably an hour.
I think it's another 2-hour event.
Okay.
I should say to everyone who does 2-hour events, screw you. No one wants to be sat there for 2 hours.
We should do a 3-hour event.
That's what this is going to end up being, because we have to take the piss out of the Google event, and that includes watching the Google event.
Yeah, but
like, you think this is easy? It's really not. I left this event early for you guys. I was so hyped for that event, and then like it got to 3 o'clock, and I was like, "Oh, I have to leave. Damn it!"
Before happy hour starts.
That was literally it. Happy hour was at
3?
4.
Cool. Okay.
Because I was talking to one of the organisers about it. I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be here till 4. Get a couple of beers. Like, you know, I'm here for happy hour. That's the only reason we turn up. Let's be real here."
You should have done.
And then I looked at the thing and I was like, "Oh," because I thought the event started at 6, not 5.
Same, yeah. You should have just streamed from the event.
Oh, can you imagine? Their Wi-Fi was really bad though, so I couldn't. I thought it'd been. I thought about it. I was like, "Oh, that'd be funny," and then I decided against it. So the Google Pixel 2 and the Pixel 2 XL. One is being made by XL by LG. The other is being made by HTC.
I always thought that the point with the Pixel is Google made it themselves.
No. Google never said they made it.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's Google. Google like designed it. Like but the difference is like Nexus.
Okay, before they didn't design it, did they?
No. Before it was like Huawei would go to Google and be like, "Hey, this is our design," and maybe like, "Okay, cool, make it." Like it was like that.
Fair enough.
Whereas
so it's
with
more
this,
manufacturing, I suppose.
Yeah. So whereas with this, Google like design the phone, they basically like they get HTC or LG to make it, but they're the ones telling them how to make it.
You know. Yeah, no,
which even that won't be happening as of next year, because I expect the Pixel 3 to be entirely HTC, as Google has bought them.
Yeah, no, well, to be honest, I am kind of surprised they still have two different manufacturers. I know in the past, like with the Nexus, like the 6P and the 5X were very different.
Yeah,
but the Pixels, they're not quite.
They
so
will
well
be, to be fair. I'll give you that. They're not quite.
Design and stuff are the same, basically, just different sizes.
It's not. So they're one is bezel-less, basically. The other one isn't.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, I'm just sort of.
So let's discuss this. Let's switch. Oh, look at that seamless transition. So I'm just on the Verge link. Did I send it to you? I'm not sure. If you go on the Verge, you'll see it. So as you can see, Google leaks its Pixel 2 XL designs minutes before event. This literally happened like 10 minutes ago. It's going to. So here's the thing. There's something really weird about it if you look at these images. Can I pull any of these up bigger?
Looks a lot like my phone at the top.
No. Have you looked at the color of the power button?
I haven't. I only saw the clip at the like the picture at the top of the page where it was.
Oh, if you scroll down, there's a gallery with a bunch of different ones.
Yeah.
But you'll still see
scrolling through.
It's bright orange. The power button is like this bright orange.
It's
really weird.
Seeing
are you? Which article are you on? Are you on the Verge article?
Google leaks it. Yeah, the Verge. Pixel 2 design minutes before event.
So it's like.
Oh yeah, I can just about see it on the side now. It wasn't really.
It's like.
Wow, that.
It's really weird. I don't know why they've done that.
To match the red button on the Apple Watch.
Yes,
it turns out after the event a few weeks ago, Google were just like, we've got to do something to match them or beat them.
They refuse to be outdone.
We've got some orange paint over here. Put it on that button. Just slap it on.
They refuse to be outdone. Oh man.
Oh man. Why, Google? Why? I'm so glad I don't know.
I'm okay with an orange power button. Like I don't care.
I don't know.
Like, is that really a deal breaker? Let's be real. Like, sure. If you're like, I'm not buying this phone because the power button is orange. See, like, that's a bit much.
I bet you give it a month or two, and D-Brand will see a massive rise in the amount of orange decals they sell.
Oh, probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
Just to match that.
Oh, they might. Actually, I feel like D-Brand are the kind of company to have a sense of humor with it, and might make skins for just the power button.
I could see them doing it, yeah.
That's the kind of thing I expect D-Brand to do.
I'm really hoping that Google, they actually decide to give you like in the box. You just have a bunch of skins that just go over the power button.
Oh, can you imagine?
They just like bundle a red one, a blue one, green, pink.
Oh man. But yeah, so the Pixel 2 XL and the Pixel 2 are expected to have Snapdragon 835 processor. Last year they did it slightly differently in the sense that they had the 821 instead of the 820, which is what the S7 Edge and the other flagships had. So because they were released later in the year, they had the slightly better one. Unfortunately, the Qualcomm have announced that the Snapdragon 836 has hit delays, so the 836 won't be available till January. So to keep this phone on time, they're just running the 835. It'll have either 64 or 128 gigs of storage, USB-C port, all that jazz. Don't die over there. That's really expensive. Interestingly, and I want to hear your take on this, it's only going to have one camera on the back. What's your thought on that?
I think it's a bit of a stray away from the current norm, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm yet to use a phone with the two cameras, so I don't personally know how much better it makes it. I mean, on my essay, it's still single camera, and it works amazingly well. that the cameras on Samsung devices and iPhones worked amazingly well before any dual camera designs. So if they're going along that lines, then I'm sure it's still going to be amazing. Or at least a very good camera still. I mean, the Nexus 6B camera was great. That was 2 years ago, and yeah, I think it's a bit of almost like a fuck you to the rest of the industry. With we're still going to go with single camera, but I mean, dual camera systems still aren't quite perfect or a unanimous decision.
Do you think this means that Google have to make their single camera really good? Do they have to make this camera so good that on its own that people look at dual camera options and go, nah?
I don't know, to be honest.
Because I think, like, I'm thinking about this right now, right? And the Pixel 2 XL is currently the only phone I'm thinking might dethrone the LG V30 that has one camera.
Yeah, I think a lot of the flagships have started straying to the two camera territory. As I say, I don't know personally how much better it makes it, but I think they do need to put a very good camera in there. But I think that is it quite so important to have the second camera in? I think if Google aren't doing it, then it's obviously not that big a deal, because usually Google...
That's not how... I hate to break it to you, that's not how it works. Like, Google didn't do waterproofing or optical image stabilization with the Pixel.
I'm thinking more with Android, though, in general, as the system. Because, I mean, Nexus and Pixel as well, the idea has always been that we are going to not only make a flagship device, but we are going to make one that's showing what's coming in Android, how best to use Android kind of thing. And I'm thinking that if they're not going to be putting in two cameras, maybe that's not the best of things yet. I think next year, I'm sure they'll have dual cameras if the current sort of leading phone makers are carrying on with it. But I think at this point in time, maybe this is just a sign for how good of a system it currently is.
So I've just sent you a tweet, a link to a tweet, I should say. This is the Evan Bloss's leaked images. So along the bottom of the Pixel 2s, the top one is the Pixel 2 XL. What do you think of the colours? Do you think the orange power button makes a bit more sense now?
A little bit. I see on one of them there's the sort of the neon blue.
Yeah, so on the blue Pixel, it has a blue power button.
I think that one actually looks quite good with the sort of the grey power scheme, color scheme.
Yeah.
Is that going to be the only color for the XL?
That is expected, yes.
I think they really should have another color, because that whole black, white. Some people will like it. I'm sure I may come to appreciate it, but
is it one of those things that doesn't really matter though? Like,
I suppose it is on the back.
Yeah, and I mean that in the sense that if you don't like the color of a phone, you can just buy a case for it. Like, I mean in that capacity.
But at the same point, I like how the manufacturer expected it. I know the skins don't really add much to it, but at the same point, I prefer to have it as it came out of the box. Though, I mean, I do have a case on my phone, but it's a very thin one that doesn't really take away from the phone at all. But I just think if they're going to do one color, keep it maybe the same. I don't know.
But yeah, no, I definitely agree on they should do multiple colors. But the thing that I just got followed by check receipt, artificial intelligence and machine learning. Hey, just got a plug. Go you.
Maybe they're hinting at something with the
they're actually watching this stream. They were like, wait a second. George gets notifications.
Turns out none of them actually followed you. It was one of their artificial intelligences that did.
Can you imagine? So what I wanted to point out though is if you look at these, right? If you look at the Pixel 2, and then you look at the Pixel 2 XL, the size difference isn't all that drastic. Because the XL has so much less bezel, but it's just it's slightly taller and it's slightly wider, but it has a much bigger screen.
I don't even know if it has so much less bezel. On the pictures, at least, it looks like it has even more.
What,
But
the
that
XL?
could just yeah. That could just be from the camera angle. I suppose my one does look like it's got bezel at first. If you don't see it quite right.
Are you looking at the tweet I sent you, the one with them all laid out?
Tweet. Yeah, the with the two.
Yeah, because if you look
up on the
at
front
right
one.
so if you look look at the bottom one definitely has more bezel. Like just look at the top of the screen.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm thinking on the sides as well.
Oh
though.
no, yeah, ignore the size. I mean top and bottom bezel.
Yeah, top and bottom definitely. It actually does look a lot like the SA.
So
Curved edge to the screen.
People were mentioning the side bezels actually. Now that you mention it. The reason, because people were saying it was a bit too thick for their liking, the side bezel. There's a reason for that. That is because it needs to accommodate the squeeze features that Google are said to be announcing along with this. You should be able to squeeze it to get it to do stuff. That's what she said. So yeah, that's the reason for side bezels, because everyone's like, oh my god, those are the thickest side bezels I've ever seen. And I was like, no. But that's why.
Yeah. I suppose you've got to get it in your hand to know how it feels. And I was going to go differently with that, but I think putting it that way is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
A lot of guys will get where I'm coming from with that.
So the other thing I want to mention real quick is, well, actually there are 3 separate things I need to mention, but we're going to blaze through them because the thing starts in like 3 minutes. Is the Google Home Mini. I think there's not much to talk about on this front. It's a small Google Home. It's going to cost about $50. What's your thoughts on that?
It's never been seen before. A tiny little home assistant for $50.
Do you think it'll take on the Echo Dot?
Um,
Because I think it's one of those
It's
things where if you already have a home, there's no reason not to buy an Echo Dot, a Home Mini.
yeah, I think it's as the personal assistants go, Alexa is just that much better. Having said that, she didn't hear me say her name there though, so shows how good
That's
it is.
on purpose. That's what makes this so good, because the Echo is supposed to be able to tell whether you're talking to it or just saying the word Alexa.
Sure.
It's supposed to differentiate.
But yeah, I think if you want a Google Assistant, it's going to make it so much more accessible, because a lot of people before didn't go for Google Home because they couldn't afford it. They want the cheap Echo Dot rather than paying the 140, 150 quid, which puts it in the same range as what before was the full-size Echo, or now is the Echo Plus. So I think that's going to be interesting, I think.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. As you said, interesting. What do you think of the new Daydream View? Because I expect it to be basically the same, like more or less.
Yeah,
like minor updates.
I'm guessing that it's going to be as well updated as the Apple Watch.
Yeah. There's also talk that Google might release a standalone VR headset. That's not expected today. That's just maybe sometime in the future. And there was something else. Pixel XL, Home. Chromebook. Yeah, that's one. Pixelbook, as it's going to be called.
Yeah.
That is one I'm really excited for. Not because I'm going to be buying one, but because I just want to see what they do. Because as someone with a Chromebook, I've been really invested in the Chromebook community lately. Just a bit sad. Got an up... And actually, the big thing that I'm excited for is to see all the software stuff. Because unlike Android devices, Chromebooks basically are completely unchanged. Depending on regardless of which model you get, apart from the availability of Android apps, which is now out of beta for my laptop. Woo! I can actually properly get Android apps. Um, but yeah, we shall see.
Yeah.
I'm excited purely because it's it's an opportunity for Google to flex their hardware muscles on a laptop point of view, and I'm always down with that. I always liked their Pixel. Oh, hang on, they've cut to themselves. Hang on, wait, let me. Oh, look at this. You can see the theatre. There's people in it. They all look so happy. I'm kidding. You can't tell. You can only see them from behind, and they're all on laptops. Ah, there
The
you are.
question is, are there a bunch of people paid to applaud this time?
I can't tell yet. There's probably less people, I would assume.
Less sad people, I'd assume as well.
I can't I can't stop Mighty Text
Yeah.
from notifying me. Can I get it to
I know Marquez
A?
is there
So
somewhere
yeah,
as well.
Marquez is there. Let's see if we can find Marquez. Mr. Brownlee. Oh, there's a DJ. Hang on, let me turn on the music. Oh yeah. What about that? They look like they're on a GoPro. I think they are. Are you watching it as well?
I'm watching through our stream actually.
Oh, are you? Do you want me to send you the link to the official Google stream? So you're not behind.
Yeah, that is probably. Wait, let me just.
I'll drop it to you. It's cool.
Okay, cool.
Let me-
I need to go in a minute anyway, but.
You sure?
Yeah, I need to do the penalties on FIFA still.
Oh yeah.
Rather than have that sit there for like an hour.
No one's counting. Let me drop you this link. Oh, it's Sundar Pichai.
Good morning, everyone.
Good
Thank you
morning,
for joining
Sundar.
us. As we were preparing for this event, we were all devastated by the news coming out of Las Vegas, as I'm sure all of you were. And that's coming off a challenging past few weeks with Hurricanes Harvey, Irma, and Maria, and other events around the world. It's been hard to see the suffering, but I've been moved and inspired by everyday heroism. People opening up their homes, and to first responders literally risking their lives to save other people. Our hearts and prayers are with the victims and families impacted by these terrible events. We are working closely with many relief agencies in affected areas, and we are committed to doing our part. It's a true privilege to be at the SF Jazz Center.
I'm going to be.
It's a great American institution for jazz performance and education. And it's really good to see familiar faces in the audience. As always, I want to give a shout out to people joining us on the live stream globally from around the world. Since last year and since Google I/O, we've been working hard, continuing our shift from a mobile-first to an AI-first world. Okay. We are rethinking all our core products and working hard to solve user problems.
Every
by applying
product.
Machine learning and AI. Let me give you an example. Recently,
Please do.
I visited Lagos in Nigeria. It's a city of 21 million people. It's an incredibly dynamic, vibrant, and ever-growing city. Many people are coming online for the first time. So it's very exciting, unless you happen to be in the Google Maps team and you have to map this city. And it is changing so fast. And normally, we map a place by using Street View and doing a lot of stuff automatically. But it's difficult to do that in a place like Lagos because the city is changing. You can't always see the signage clearly. And there are variable address conventions. Things are insequential. So for example, take that house there. If you squint hard, you can see the street number there. It is number 3 to the left of the gate. That was relatively easy. On to a harder problem now. That house, that's what we see from Street View. I think as humans, it's probably pretty hard. Maybe one or two of you can spot it out. But our computer vision systems, thanks to machine learning, can pick it out, identify the street number, and start mapping the house. So we approached Lagos completely differently. We deployed machine learning from the ground up. And just in 5 months, the team was able to map 5,000 kilometers of new roads, 50,000 new addresses, and 100,000 businesses. And it's something which makes a real difference for millions of users there, as Google Maps is popular. And we think this approach is broadly applicable. Let's come closer to home. Parking in San Francisco. I don't even try it anymore, but for those of you who try it, we again use machine learning. We understand location data. We try to understand patterns, our cars circling around. And the color shows the density of parking. And we can analyze it throughout the day and predict parking difficulty. And in Google Maps, give you options. A simple example, but it's the kind of everyday use case for which we are using machine learning to make a difference.
I've never
Best
actually seen
example
that
I can
in
think
use,
of, what
the
we've talked
predictive
before,
parking.
is
That's
Google
weird.
Translation.
Is that like
I
something
literally
that just
remember
shows up?
many years ago adding translation in Chrome and making it automatic so that if you land in a page different from your language, we do that for you. Fast forward to today, with the power of machine learning and our neural machine translation, we serve over 2 billion translations in many, many languages every single day. To me, shows the power of staying at a problem, constantly using computer science to make it better, and seeing users respond to it at scale. This is why we are excited about the shift from a mobile-first to an AI-first world. It is not just about applying machine learning.
This is the third year, I just want to mention this real quick. This is the third year that Sundar has mentioned this, mobile first to AI first. It's a real push point for Google.
In an AI-first world, I believe computers should adapt to how people live their lives, rather than people having to adapt to computers. And so we think about 4 core attributes as part of this experience. First, people should be able to interact with computing in a natural and seamless way. Mobile took us a step in this direction with multi-touch. But increasingly, it needs to be conversational, sensory. We need to be able to use our voice, gestures, and vision to make the experience much more seamless. Second, it is going to be ambient. Computing is going to evolve beyond the phone, be there in many screens, around you when you need it, working for you. Third, we think it needs to be thoughtfully contextual. Mobile gave us limited context. With identity, your location, we were able to improve the experience significantly. In an AI-first world, we can have a lot more context and apply it thoughtfully. For example, if you're into fitness and you land in a new city, we can suggest running routes, maybe gyms nearby, and healthy eating options. And in my case, being a vegetarian and having a weakness for desserts, maybe suggest the right restaurants for me.
Weakness for dessert because of Android.
Finally,
they're all
probably
desserts.
the most important of it all, computing needs to learn and adapt constantly over time.
I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but I hope it was.
In mobile, developers write software and constantly
Paul, are
ship
you still
updates.
muted?
But
No.
let me give a
cool.
small example. I use Google Calendar all the time. On
You
Sundays,
do? You use
I
your
try to
own
get a
software?
weekly view of how my week looks like. But once the work week starts, say on a Monday or a Tuesday, I'm trying to get a view into what the next few hours looks like.
Oh,
I
Sundar
have to
Pichai,
constantly
absolute monster,
toggle
doesn't start
back
work
and
till
forth.
Tuesdays.
Google
Only
Calendar
works 4
should
days a week.
automatically understand
Confirmed.
my context and show me the right view. It's a very simple example, but software needs to fundamentally change how it works. It needs to learn and adapt. And that applies to important things like security and privacy as well. Today, a lot of us deal with security and privacy by putting the onus back on users. We give them many settings and toggles to improve those. But in an AI-first world, we can learn and adapt and do it thoughtfully for our users. For example, if it's a notification for your doctor's appointment, we need to treat it sensitively and differently than just telling you when you need to start driving to work. So we're really excited by the shift, and that's why we are here today. We've been working on software and hardware together because that's the best way to drive the shifts in computing forward. But we think we are at a unique moment in time where we can bring a combination of AI and software and hardware to bring a different perspective to solving problems for users. And we are very confident about our approach here because we are at the forefront of driving the shifts with AI.
Well, yes, Siri isn't, let's be
3
honest.
months ago at Google I/O, our Google AI teams announced a new approach called AutoML. AutoML is just are machines automatically generating machine learning models. Today, these are handcrafted by machine learning scientists. And
Oh, what a
literally
job
only
title.
A few thousands of scientists around
I
the
am
world
a machine
can do
learning
this.
scientist.
Design the number of layers, weight and connect the neurons appropriately. It's very hard to do. We want to democratize this. We want to bring this to more people. We want to enable hundreds of thousands of developers to be able to do it. So we've been working on this technology called AutoML. And just in the past month, for a standard task like image classification, understanding images, our AutoML models are now not only more accurate than the best human-generated models, but they are more resource efficient. So it's pretty amazing to see. We are now taking it a step further. Let me talk about another use case,
I love
object
me some
detection.
flops.
When we say object detection, just a fancy name for computers trying to delineate and understand images, being able to draw bounding boxes and distinguish between all the vehicles there, scooters, mopeds, motorcycles, and even pick out the bike in front. It has a lot of practical use cases. The Street View example for Legos works based on object detection. Google Lens, which you'll hear about later, as well as
I
our
completely
photography
forgot about that.
in
Google
Pixel,
Lens.
uses object detection.
Do you reckon we're going to actually
This is
release
really
it now?
hard to do. The best human-generated models we have only have a 39% accuracy. But
I'm
our
hoping it's
AutoML
part of,
models,
the
as of
update,
the
but like,
past
oh,
couple of weeks,
Pixel 2 will come with
have
Google
reached
Lens.
around 43% accuracy. They're constantly getting better. So the rate at which we are seeing progress with AI is amazing, which is why we are really excited about combining it with our software and hardware to bring it together for our users. Let me give you a concrete example.
Wavy line approach to this
I
year.
was recently very inspired by this tweet from a journalist who was attending the Little League World Series.
This is probably what this is leading to.
There are two Little Leaguers here, one from Dominican Republic and the other from South Dakota, and they're talking to each other using Google Translate. It's a great example, but I looked at it and I feel like we could do a whole lot better. Computing needs to evolve.
That is so generic.
Where this happens in a more natural, seamless, and a conversational way. And later today, you'll get an early glimpse of how we can push this experience further.
Sundar, I love you and all, but just go to the hardware, damn it.
And hardware together. I couldn't be more excited.
This is why they tend to have launch events for hardware and some for software.
So to give you a lot more insights, let me welcome Rick onto the stage. Thank you.
Hi, Rick. Where's Morty? Oh, wait. What is this music?
What is that surname?
Hi, everyone. I want to welcome everyone here today, Google fans, the media. In the front row, we have some of our top sales reps from Verizon and other partners. It's great to have you all here. Yes. Welcome, welcome. We've got a lot to show you today, including a few surprises. So I thought I would quickly set the scene and explain what we've been working toward and just how it ties into the vision that Sundar outlined. A year ago, we stood on a slightly smaller stage and introduced the world to Google Pixel, Home, and Wi-Fi, Chromecast Ultra, and Daydream View. This is the first generation of hardware made by Google. So much has happened since then, and we've made tremendous progress in our first year.
Well, tell us about it.
For starters, our team is getting a lot bigger. We're bringing on 2,000 very talented engineers from HTC, along with some important IP. It's an amazing team that's created a series of industry-first innovations. And by working more closely together, we'll be able to better integrate Google hardware and software. And our products have built up a lot of momentum going into our second year. Let's take a look.
Hey, thank you.
Okay, Google.
Okay, Google.
Okay, Google.
Okay, Google. Play the soundtrack to Spaghetti for Pepe.
Google set to hold a product event in San Francisco.
There are a ton of new announcements.
Google is showing off new hardware.
Das Pixel XL und das Pixel.
It's called
Hey,
Google
it's Marquez's
Home.
hand.
A new way to make your home a little bit smarter.
Google
Everyone has his
debuted a
hands in their
virtual reality
videos.
headset.
I know.
It's a daydream view.
Apple did it too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's sick as hell, I can tell you that much. The Google Pixel.
Pixel
is
my
favorite
camera.
Okay, Google, take a
Trick
selfie.
as well.
Oh, that camera. The pictures that come out of this thing are incredible.
Google's new Chromecast Ultra.
4 stars and editor's choice.
Okay, Google, show me a video of a kangaroo.
The camera is phenomenal.
The best ever in a smartphone.
Beautiful.
Tops in my book. There, I said it.
Hey, Marquez,
My mom now can save every picture. Unlimited space.
Where's Lina?
Mama got a new toy.
It can recognize each voice.
Enter Google Assistant.
She's so smart.
Hey, that was,
amazing.
Let
me see what else my Google Assistant can do.
Hey, Google,
Call Carrie.
Ok, Google, joue-moi du beatbox.
What is a dog?
That's your question. What is a dog?
I don't want to blow your mind with my high-tech talk.
It is amazing what it can do.
I think we got a winner.
It's gonna be sick. How cool is that?
Oh, I saw Brian Tong.
That is amazing.
From CNET.
Okay, Google, what's next?
CNET is fake news. So what is next, huh? Tell me. I should have asked that to my Google
We're
Home.
still in the early days of our hardware line, but we're off to a great start. We're
you should have
thrilled
that
to
Google Home
announce
with you.
that there are now
I know, right?
55 million Chromecast devices
Can you
around
dial
the
your
world.
mic back a bit more?
Google Wi-Fi is the #1 selling mesh router since its launch in the US and Canada. And in the last 12 months alone, the Assistant has gotten a lot smarter thanks to Google.
Hey.
We've added more than 100 million new, unique featured snippets from the web, video results from YouTube, and new local places in Google Maps, and a lot more. And Pixel had a great year.
Did it? Did it really?
I just wish we had a few more of them to go around, but
Yay.
user satisfaction among
Nailed
Pixel
it.
owners is among the highest of any Google product ever.
So what, like
Industry
10%?
analysts and the media gave Pixel rave reviews too. Our performance scores led the industry, and Pixel had the best and top-rated smartphone camera.
Okay, but tell us about the Pixel 2.
We're really proud of how well the Pixel did for our first-generation smartphone in such a competitive space. Well, you all know this better than anyone, but the playing field for hardware components is leveling off. And I don't envy those of you who have to write reviews for a bunch of smartphones with very similar specs. Megapixels in the camera, processor speed, modem throughput, battery life, display quality. These core features are table stakes now. Moore's law and Dennard scaling are ideas from the past. To be honest, it's going to be tougher and tougher for people to develop new, exciting products each year, because that's no longer the timetable for big leaps forward in hardware alone. And that's why we're taking a very different approach at Google. As I said last year, the next big innovation will happen at the intersection of AI, software, and hardware. Smartphones might be reaching parity on their specs, but as we just heard from Sundar, we're seeing huge breakthroughs in the kinds of experiences we're able to deliver to users. And it all starts with reimagining hardware from the inside out. AI and machine learning have helped us to do this across our products. For one, Pixel completely revolutionized the end-to-end photo experience for users.
I will agree with that, to be fair. Google Photos is my favorite
Machine
Google app.
learning works throughout the experience to make your Pixel photos more vibrant, to smooth out your videos, and to make all those thousands of memories easy to find on any of your devices. We did the same thing with home networks. Google Wi-Fi uses machine learning not only to keep your signal strong, but to reduce Wi-Fi congestion. While you're moving throughout the house, your router is intelligently transitioning your devices to the best Wi-Fi point and placing you on the right channel. When you're using the Assistant on Google Home, you'll notice it can pick up your voice even in a noisy room. Our deep learning capabilities and neural beamforming help Google Home locate the source of sound and hear you accurately. So we can do with just 2 microphones what others normally need 6 or 8 to do. And this is what it means to design hardware from the inside out. It's this combination of AI, software, and hardware working together that provides a helpful experience for our users. And that's where the big leaps forward are going to happen in the next 10 years. We're still in the early days for our hardware line, but we know what it takes to build great products in a crowded field. We weren't first with many of our most successful products. Gmail, Chrome, Android, and even search. But in each case, we succeeded by doing what we're best at, reimagining the experience to make it radically helpful for the user.
Buying the person who's already in first
today,
place.
our next generation of devices is radically helpful too. They're fast, they're there when you need them, they're simple to use, and they anticipate your needs. Everything is designed for you.
I think you're too quiet.
To keep the tech in the background and out of your way.
Speaking quite
Interact with your devices
okay.
naturally through your voice or by touching them. And by
just have to
building
touch 'em, Paul. You
hardware
just have to touch 'em.
around our AI and software, we're creating products that get even better over time. They're constantly getting faster and more helpful the more you interact with them, thanks to machine learning. As a family,
machine learning.
Made by Google products represent the ultimate Google experience. Today, we're going to show you how we're creating a family of products that are there when you need them. At work, at school, and on the go. But we're going to start with the most important place, your home. So let's hear next from Rishi Chandra, who leads our home team. Over to you, Rishi.
Thank you, Rick.
I'm at the company.
It's been a really exciting year for us. Google Home was the first product to bring the Google Assistant to the home. And we've been constantly learning from our users so that we can make the Assistant radically helpful for you. For example, as Rick mentioned, in the last year, we can answer over 100 million new questions. And the best part is, you don't have to talk like a computer or teach Google Home any new skills. It just works.
Ooh,
now, we're really happy with the positive feedback thus far, but we know this is a journey. So we've been working hard to bring Google Home to more people and more countries. This year, we launched in 5 new countries, and we're happy to announce that we'll be launching in Japan later this week. Now, bringing the Assistant to people all around the world is no easy task. We had to make sure we could understand people of different age groups, genders, and accents. So we trained the Assistant at a scale that only Google could, with over 50 million voice samples from hundreds of different ambient environments. We've been investing in voice search for over a decade, which is why we have the best voice recognition in the world. Now, earlier this year, we had a major breakthrough with the ability to recognize your voice. We call it Voice Match. With your permission, we built a model of your voice by looking at dozens of different voice characteristics, like vocal construct, pitch, and tone. This is a really big deal. Google Home is great for the whole family, but it doesn't mean I want to get the same answer to every question.
But I use this. It's really, it's a bit weird. It's a bit scary,
but it's cool. You are. And with Voice Match, we're the only assistant that can bring personal help to each individual member of your household. So when you ask a question, we match your voice, and we respond with your calendar, your commute,
I can confirm that's what it does, and it is still a bit creepy.
Now, Voice Match has already become one of the most popular features of Google Home today. Over half of all queries are from people who've trained the Assistant to recognize their voice. And starting today, we're rolling out Voice Match to all 7 countries Google Home will be available. Now, another popular feature is hands-free calling. You can use your Google Home to call any landline or mobile number in the US or Canada for free,
that's why.
without any additional apps or accessories. It just works. And I'm happy to announce that we'll be bringing hands-free calling to the UK later this year.
Woo!
And starting today, you can call out with your own personal mobile number. So whoever you're calling will know it's you. You just need to verify your number through the Google Home app.
Okay, so much.
And of course, with Voice Match, we can recognize your voice to make sure we call your contact with your personal number. Now, hands-free calling also has the intelligence of Google built right in. Just say, hey, Google, call the bakery on 24th Street.
OK, calling Noe Valley Bakery.
We do the hard work to figure out which business you want to call, thanks to Google's deep expertise in local search.
Okay, Google, call Snappy-Tech.
Now, we have a lot of great news to share with you today.
Wait,
so to kick things off, I'd like to welcome Isabel, lead designer for home hardware.
Didn't even hear it.
Hey, get wrecked. Oh man, so we're what, like 25 minutes into this and nothing interesting has happened yet?
Thank you, Rishi.
Yep.
They've been talking about how great they are so far.
You how we think design is redefining technology in the home.
Give me 2 seconds, I need to pull
you
up the
heard
comments
Rick mention
section.
earlier today that everything in our hardware line is designed to fit into your life. The home is a special, intimate place, and people are very selective about what they welcome into it. You don't want to fill it with black plastic, complicated buttons, and random blinking lights.
They don't, because I do.
Our vision is to build simple, helpful solutions
that
work
normal.
in the background, helping you when you need it.
We
and
spend
out of the
our
way when
Wednesday afternoons/evenings
what
watching
that
a
means
launch
to
event.
us.
So
We design for the spaces our products live in. And we take inspiration from the materials and colors that people already use to make their home more warm and inviting. Second, when designing for real homes, form and size really matters for creating something that actually fits into any room or on any surface. And lastly, the way you interact with our products has to be so intuitive you never even have to think about it, and so simple that the entire household can use it. With that, we are introducing Mini, the newest member of the Google Home family.
Oh, it's so small and fluffy. It looks like a pillow.
it reminds me of those speakers, like the really
simplicity of the design.
What, the JBL ones?
It's sleek and smooth with no corners or edges. And it's small enough
to be like a memory foam pillow.
Anywhere in your home.
Just a very small one.
It makes Google Home more accessible to more people in more rooms.
More and more and more.
And as you can see, almost the entire enclosure is made out of fabric. And it's not just about aesthetics. It's core to the product experience. That is why we created this material from scratch, right down to the yarn.
Oh, wow.
It needed to be durable and soft, but also transparent enough to let through both light and sound.
Really?
This perfect balance allows for all of Mini's technology to be thoughtfully tucked away underneath the clean, simple enclosure.
Tell me more.
So the 4 LED lights under the fabric are there when you need them, lighting up to show you that it hears you or it's thinking. And you can control it by touch. Give the fabric a quick tap to pause your music, adjust the volume, or talk to your assistant.
Frozen for me again.
We thought a lot about how to get great sound with such a small product too. We embraced Mini's circular shape to project 360-degree sound, so it's really crisp no matter where you stand in the room. You'll be surprised how amazing the quality is. And if you want bigger sound, you can easily connect Mini to any Chromecast built-in speaker wirelessly.
I'm back.
We created Mini in 3 beautiful colors.
I thought you didn't say days.
Chalk,
we built it in 3 days.
Color really matters.
Still better than Siri.
This is the place where we choose our drapes and carpets and paint colors with so much care. We brought that same level of care for Mini.
Oh, man.
For the chalk color alone, it took us 157 tries before we found the perfect shade of gray.
150.
So that's Google Home.
Wait, 157 shades of gray.
You can make it your sous chef in the kitchen, your white noise machine in
That's
the
totally
nursery,
got to be an inside joke.
your voice remote for your TV in the living room, or your alarm clock in the bedroom, or all of the above. Mini will retail for just $49 in the US. And it... And it's going to be available for pre-order online starting today, and in stores starting October 19th from major retailers. We're also really happy to announce that Mini is coming to all 7 Google Home countries.
That's what, next
Friday? So with that, let's take a look at this ad that will launch later this week.
No, next Friday's the 13th.
What's this little thing? Well, it's Google Home Mini.
I'm going to turn this down real quick so we can... Oh, I can't.
Hey Google,
about,
play my fun playlist.
So, Paul, what do you think so far? I think, this is... It's all right.
I think it's... one, they took way too long to get into a product. That is kind of expected that they would bring it out. Let's face it, like we kind of all expected that they were going to bring out Google Home Mini. I mean, we even spoke about it beforehand, and basically everything they've said we've already discussed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it started just as badly as the Apple event, but give it a while and we get into the phones and
it'll be still just as bad, I reckon.
Yeah.
That's the thing. These are so predictable at this point, but it's basically pointless, right? Surely.
Yeah, leaks have kind of ruined these events. Not gonna lie.
Oh man. Especially when they spend the first half an hour talking about how great they are.
Yeah, just.
Right, let me unmute this.
Isabel, we can't wait for
Rishi
you to try
can't
out
wait
Mini.
for her to
We
try
also
out
want to
Mini.
share how the Google Assistant continues to get better over time. From the start, we've been helping people with their everyday routines. For example, one of my favorite features is My Day, which gives me a personalized briefing of my important events of the day.
I like
and with
that.
Voice
I have
Match,
to say, that's
each
cool.
member of the house can get their own unique start to their morning routine. Well, soon we're going to be extending routines in 2 important ways. First, we're adding more routines to help you with those everyday moments, like getting ready to leave for work, coming home in the evening, or turning in for the night. Second, we're adding additional actions
Wait,
to the
people
routines.
sleep every night?
So now when I say good morning, I not
Really?
only get my personal
I've never done
briefing,
that.
but I also can turn on the lights, start the coffee maker, and even play my favorite morning playlist. This kind of help is exactly what I need to get my day started.
Really? It is?
Now, another
You
ritual
can't
for
get your
me in the
day
morning
started
is
at
I'm
your
always looking
morning
for my
playlist?
phone before heading to work. Well, the Google Assistant can help there too. Just say, hey, Google, find my phone. And we'll automatically ring your Android phone, even if it's on silent mode.
Wait, what? It
And
will?
for iPhone users, we just give you a call.
Cool
It saves me 5 to 10 minutes every morning.
Really? 5 to 10 minutes every morning? Really?
Yeah.
Now,
Is
we're
that
also
so?
working to make the smart home work better for you. The Google Assistant can now voice control over 1,000 different smart home products from over 100 brands. And even more importantly, we brought our deep expertise of natural language processing to make it easier to voice control in a more conversational way. So for example, if I want to change the temperature, I shouldn't have to remember the current thermostat setting. I should just be able to say, hey, Google, make it warmer.
Okay, warming up the living room.
Your assistant knows what warmer means, and will just take care of it for you. Now, voice control is just the start. We believe the next evolution of the smart home is to bring real intelligence to the home, so it can behave in a more thoughtful way. Your home should smartly adjust to you, not the other way around. So Google and Nest are working together to reimagine the smart home. To tell you more, I'd like to welcome Yoki, CTO of Nest.
His name's Yoki.
What is it with all of these bloody lines and dots
Thank you, Rishi.
and things?
At Nest, we like to talk about the thoughtful home. One that takes care of the people inside it and the world around it.
Is it just me or
We
does she look
recently
really
took a
angry?
big step forward in achieving that goal.
Yeah,
By
it's
doubling our
kinda like,
portfolio,
I
by
wasn't
shipping
meant to do
6
this
new
presentation.
hardware
Why am I
products.
doing this presentation?
What I love about Nest's growing ecosystem
She's probably just
is
sat
that we
backstage
combine
and
the
they're just saying like,
best-in-class
yeah, you're going
hardware
on. You're going on
and
now. It's
machine
called your name.
learning
Done.
to help make people's lives easier. And your Nest experience reaches a whole new level when it's combined with Google products.
When she just did,
Let me
show
show
you 3
you 3
examples.
examples
It really
of
looked like
how
she
we
did
can
2.
provide you with even more
No, it's
help
free.
at home.
It looked like.
With Nest Cam, Google Home, and Chromecast, we can help keep an eye on your home, just with your voice. So if you hear some unexpected sound and by the front door, and I'm in the back with the family room without my phone, I can just say, okay, Google, show me the entryway.
Okay, streaming the entryway.
And then I realize it's not an intruder, but my pet pig, Cayenne. And she's found a leftover lunch in my son's backpack. Sadly, this has happened more than once.
What? That's happened more
And
than
if
once.
I want to keep it for later for my kids, I can simply say, okay, Google, save me this clip to show them why we don't leave food in our backpacks. With our new video doorbell, Nest Hello, we can also start to solve some of our common pain points through Google and Nest integrated computer vision technologies. Of course, most of us want to know who's at the door before we get off the couch. Through a feature called Familiar Faces, Nest Hello will be able to recognize the people that you asked it to remember. So when the doorbell rings and Nest Hello recognizes the person at the door, it will automatically broadcast that information to Google Home devices in the house.
Auntie Susie is at the front door.
And you don't even have to ask.
You know what, that's kind of
If
cool.
Nest Hello doesn't know
I'll give
who's
them
at the
that.
door, you can just say,
Fair.
okay, Google,
Fair
show
play
me
on that
who's
one,
at the
actually.
front door.
Does it
And
let
we
me
will
like
stream your camera
unlock the
feed
door
right to
though?
your TV.
Is that possible? That'd be cool.
This is
if you
another
could, like,
great
automatically
example
unlock
of
the door.
what Google and
Yeah.
Nest can
So
do
the only
together.
thing I'm thinking of here, the whole intruder
And
alarm
this
thing.
last one is my favorite.
If there was an intruder, they can hear
Your home
you
can
say
soon
to
get
your
ready for the
Google,
night, just
"Let
with
me
a
see the
simple
camera,"
command.
which is kind of
As
a bit
Rishi
of a
mentioned,
fraud.
Not
you
necessarily.
can personalize your routine
Unless
with
how big
included
your
Only if your
house is.
actions
Google
for
Home
Nest
is in the
products.
front door.
So all I have to say is, hey Google, good night.
Okay, let's get ready for bed. I've armed your security system. Your first calendar event is tomorrow at 9 a.m. Your alarm is set for 7 a.m. Sleep well.
In the background, my assistant is also turning my security camera on, adjusting the thermostat, and turning off the lights. This really simplifies my life and gives me the peace of mind that I cannot get any other way. Together, Nest and Google deliver an ecosystem of product that makes your home more secure and energy efficient, more connected and entertaining, with the best home assistant experience. Our close collaboration makes this product work seamlessly together and help us get one step closer to a truly thoughtful home.
See, Apple started with their watch, and that was very uninteresting. This is quite a good start, I'd say.
Yeah, it's an all right start. It's you know, I don't approve of everything they're showing, but it seems all right.
Yeah.
Like it's a decent starting point. It's better than the exact same watch for the third year in a row.
Yeah, I think the Mini itself is pretty expected. The rest of the stuff is, yeah, it's not so unexpected.
Assistant
but
already
it's
provides a
very
lot of help.
cool and I
From
think
using your
useful
voice
as
to order
well.
more diapers.
Yeah,
It's quite good.
Playing a lullaby in the nursery.
In that a bit more
Checking the
integration
traffic
with
for those piano
smart home
lessons. Or easily
and
giving
the
grandma a
Chromecast linking and all that.
Now, if you're like me, it can be hard to gather the household together for those family moments like dinner time or movie night. Well, to help, we're launching a new feature called Broadcast. It's really easy.
Tell me
Just say,
more.
hey Google, broadcast, it's time to leave for school.
Got it. Broadcasting now.
The assistant will broadcast the message to all the other Google Home devices in my house.
Yes.
Really great.
Yes.
Kids are gonna love this feature. Kids are gonna hate
Google.
this feature.
Broadcast.
But that's what makes it useful.
You're annoying.
Speaking of kids, we think Google Home has a lot of potential to help
Would
kids and
any of you
families.
buy it?
Voice interaction
Nest
is so
or
simple and easy to use.
The camera, yeah,
kids
probably.
are naturally drawn to it.
Yeah,
So we want to be thoughtful about what it would
Pricing,
take
that's
to
the-
deliver
Yeah,
a
it depends how much it
great
costs.
kids
If it's
experience.
like about 100
We
quid,
conducted
yeah.
research with hundreds of parents
I give it
and
around the
kids from
£100
across the
mark.
country
Because
from
the
different
Nest,
backgrounds.
not the Nest, the
So
Ring
first,
video
we're
doorbell
announcing
is
support
expensive.
for family link accounts
It's like
on Google
300 or something, 250 maybe.
These are
maybe.
Google accounts that
Something like that.
parents can create for
So
children under 13.
Yoki,
manage it
if
within
you
the
would
family
love to send Snappy-Tech,
And
Yeah,
as
make it
always,
happen.
kids
Yeah.
have
Look us
their
up.
own unique way of speaking.
I'm moving, so I
Sometimes it can
really
be a
want
little
some
hard to
nice
understand,
smart home
even
stuff
for
to
us
move into.
parents. Well, fortunately, we've improved our voice recognition accuracy for kids. So the
The
assistant
Ring
can
doorbell is
understand them.
£180. Just heads up.
And finally, we're introducing over 50 new
Yeah,
experiences
definitely
with the Google
Swaddy.
Assistant to help kids learn something new, explore new interests, imagine with story time, or just share laughs with the whole family. So let me show you how my kids and their friends had some fun this weekend.
Let's go to the living room.
Right, so let's mute this. So yeah, it's the Nest stuff is interesting. That the fact that you can have the security camera which tells you who's at the door is kind of cool. The message features jokes. That is great. I would use that like just to annoy people, right? I can imagine like having like my sister having friends over and using that to annoy her, just non-stop.
Yeah, no,
Do you
I
reckon
can
you
see
set
that.
it to like ignore certain voices?
Surely, that they because parents would be so pissed off if their children could do that.
Yeah, there must you must be able to like set which accounts can, or maybe you need to have your phone set up with it for it to work or something. For reviews, I've been really busy these last couple of days. Paul's unboxing is coming up on Friday, and then on no, there's a separate video going up on Friday. Paul's thing is going up on Tuesday next week, and then next Friday we're getting the review of the P10 Lite. I've just been really busy. I was at an event all day today, where I filmed a video, so those are coming soon.
Tackle a riddle.
It's not good enough, is it, Swaddy?
Finally, hey Google, tell me
I
a
should
story.
control the channel.
To hear classics like Snow White, or original stories like The Chef Who
Videos would
Loved
totally
Potatoes.
come out if I controlled the channel.
Now to bring this to life, we've partnered with Disney.
They
We're
would,
bringing
trust
exclusive
me.
experiences to
Just
Google
not very
Home,
regularly.
featuring Mickey Mouse, Lightning McQueen,
At least you'd
and
understand
Star
that you're
Wars.
not going to get videos
We're
of
working with
them.
many other top brands in the family space, including Warner Brothers
Yeah,
and Sports Illustrated Kids.
yeah, so far this is
And starting
looking good.
today, we're opening up the
I
Actions on
do
Google
need
platform
to head
for
off.
developers to create experiences specifically for
dad's gonna be
families
here
and
in, like,
kids. All
in,
these
like,
new
5-10
family
minutes,
features
so,
will be rolling out later this month. across-
Let's let that talk in the background for real quick. So yeah, Paul, thank you for coming on. It was great seeing you. Remember to go to snpy.tech/Paul to find out everything about Paul. There's his Twitter. There's
I'm
all
actually
that
active
jazz.
on Twitter at the moment as well.
He is, yeah. Go do it
I'm
now.
really active.
Now's the best
Yeah.
time to follow him because he's actually writing on there occasionally. So go do that.
Interesting stuff.
Hey,
Fun
look, wait, hang on. They're announcing a new home. This is actually a new thing.
Okay, well, I'll be off then.
Okay, so bye, Paul. Thanks for dropping by. We'll see you soon. Please hang up the call because I can't do it myself. Bye. Right, this is an actually new thing. I love it. Let's see. Let's unmute this. Oh, hang on, there's a song. No, I don't want to get struck. I don't want to be smited by the people at Google, by the copyright holders of that song. Oops. So yeah, that's actually new stuff. This is great. I wasn't expecting this. Tell me more. It supports stereo sound. This is great. Sound you can feel. Google Home Max. What a name. Cool. This is actually stuff we weren't expecting. I like it. Tell us
Say
more.
hello to Max, our
Hi,
biggest
Max.
and best sounding Google Home
Sorry.
ever.
Force the habit.
Just like the Pixel reimagined the camera, we'll do the same with sound, with a combination of great hardware and software powered by Google's machine learning capabilities. Now, it starts with a strong foundation of great hardware. The first thing you'll notice is how we obsessed over the bass. Its two 4.5-inch woofers have 22 millimeters of excursion, an extremely high range for their size. That means these woofers can move a lot of air,
Swadeen, not on
allowing
this
Max
stream
to
because
really hit those low
YouTube is really
frequencies.
bad at live
And Max
copyright
can play
strikes.
loud, really
But
loud.
the Apple
It's one of
stream we
20
did,
times more
straight
powerful than
after we
Google Home.
turned off the
So
stream,
it'll
we
fill
got 7
any
strikes.
room in your house with amazing audio. Now, great hardware alone isn't sufficient for great sound.
It
The
wasn't
challenge
fun.
of speakers today is that they're tuned for ideal acoustic conditions, but they fall short in the real world. That's why it always sounds different in the store than in your home. To sound great, the speaker needs to adjust to you and your home. So today we're announcing Smart Sound, a new audio
That
experience
sounds smart.
powered by
Ba-dum.
Google's AI. It allows Max to adapt to you, your environment, your context, your preferences. So for example, if you set up a speaker near a wall, on a shelf, in a corner, fairly common places, it can dramatically change the sound balance of the speaker and make the music sound muddy and the vocals lose clarity. Well, with Smart Sound, we automatically tune the speaker to correct for this effect, using our machine learning model trained with thousands of different room configurations. And what's really cool, this is all done dynamically. So if you decide to move Max a few feet, it'll compensate within seconds.
Oh,
And
wow.
over time, Smart Sound will automatically adapt the sound to fit your context, lowering the volume in the morning, raising the volume when the dishwasher's running, or just adjusting the tuning based on the type of media you're listening to, whether it be music, podcasts, or news. It's about delivering a consistent, crisp, thoughtful sound experience, one that's tailored to your
Yeah,
home
of those 7
and your
strikes, only one actually stuck.
great sound only matters
so
if
it's
you can
fine.
play a
the
lot of
rest,
great content.
The rest were taken off.
With YouTube Music, you'll have
manually,
access to the world's
actually.
broadest catalog of
I
songs,
disputed them,
remixes,
and they
and
all got,
covers.
They all got.
And we also
ignored
support
as
all
such.
free
I didn't
and
end
paid
up actually
Spotify
disputing
users,
the 7th
along
one,
with other top
because
music
that one
services.
was just
use
I was
your
like,
voice
I'm
to
not
start
gonna
playing your favorite tunes.
Try that one. The rest were all
Max
fine
also
though.
supports cast, Bluetooth, and stereo aux input. So you can play anything from your phone or plug in that record player to breathe new life into that vinyl collection. And of course, Max has a Google Assistant built right in. We made your assistant can hear you even when the music is blasting, using our unique microphone placement and Google's neural beamforming technology. And with Voice Match, the assistant can become your own personal DJ. We recognize your voice, and we can play playlists and music stations personalized to you. And Google Home Max is designed to be incredibly versatile and fit naturally in your home. You can stand it up vertically, place it horizontally, whatever makes sense for your space. Its base magnetically pops into place. So when you change Max's orientation, there aren't any rubber feet where they don't need to be. We thought through every detail. And finally, Max works seamlessly with the Google Home family and hundreds of Chromecast built-in speakers. So you can use multi-room to sync every room in your house with immersive sound. Google Home Max will be available starting December for $399. And it'll come in 2 colors, chalk and charcoal. Now, we'll initially launch in the US, with more countries coming early next year.
I was expecting it to be like 200.
Make sure you have an amazing sound experience out of the box.
$400.
We're providing a free 12-month subscription to YouTube Red, which includes YouTube Music ad-free. We think you're going to really love the newest members of the Google Home family. Along with the updates to the Google Assistant, they represent a big leap forward in the type of helpfulness, fun, and sound you can expect from Google in the home.
Man.
And to close, we gave Max to a music lover to get their thoughts. Let's take a look.
$400. $400. $400. I don't care how good it is. It's $400. Dollar.
I'm a producer.
I didn't know who that
DJ,
was.
so
I'll be
I'm
honest.
not classically trained, but I'm obsessed
Turns
with music. I listen to music all day long. I'm constantly being critical
how you doing,
of
Dip?
my.
Right, I'm gonna mute this for a second. Can we just? Why? Well, I know why. The reason is probably because bloody Apple's HomePod costs about that much. It's like $550, isn't it? $530, something like that, off the top of my head. That's the expected price of a HomePod. Let me look it up real quick. That is not cheap. That is ridiculous. How much is a HomePod? I mean, it is worth mentioning that the HomePod is literally the only one that Apple makes. So it's not like you can get the HomePod Mini. The HomePod is your only option, which kind of sucks. However, I know it's available in December. Just give me the price. Blah, 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 HomePod, blah, blah, blah. Long awaited, that's great and all. Blah, blah, blah. $349. So it's literally $50 more than it's $50 more than the HomePod, which I guess it does have dual speakers, which is great, but it's I don't know. It still sounds like a lot to me. It just feels like it's a bit too much. But I guess if you're a static
there's so much
fan.
amazing innovation happening in the home space. And at the same time, our phones have evolved, become the most trusted devices in our lives. But have you ever wondered why the laptop experience has been basically the same for the past 20 years?
Hey, yo.
So while the laptop
Let's hear about
experience
that
hasn't changed
Chromebook.
all that much, how we use technology in our lives
This is something I'm actually
definitely
excited
has.
for. I want to
We
hear about the
live
new
online.
Pixel book.
We create and collaborate more than ever.
Come
we
on,
use
just
tons
tell us
of
about
apps
it.
every
Just-
day.
This is
And we're
probably one that's
constantly
most
jumping between our
shrouded in
phone,
mystery of
tablet,
everything that's
and
being announced
laptop
today.
to get
Apart
things
from
done
Max,
and
because
have
no one knew
fun.
Max was coming. Apparently,
Shouldn't we be able to do
that sounds like
whatever
we've
we
invited
want
someone to a party we
on
didn't
whatever
want.
device is in
I
front
can't
of
believe
us?
Max is here.
We think so. We've worked hard to combine the most helpful parts of a laptop, a tablet, and a smartphone to fit how we use technology today. Meet Google Pixelbook, the high-performance Chromebook.
Okay. Tell me more. Oh, it looks like a pixel on the back. I love it.
Pixelbook reimagines the laptop experience by marrying the best of
It literally
premium
looks like someone took
performance
a
hardware, the
a rolling
speed,
pin to a
simplicity,
pixel.
and security of Chrome OS, the smarts of
That
the
is
Google
priceless.
Assistant, and all your favorite apps. Pixelbook is the perfect example of how we combine
Yeah,
the
it's
best
going to have a
of
360
hardware
hinge.
and
It probably
software
won't, it doesn't
with
look like it
AI
comes
at
off,
the
but it'll
center.
go all the way around.
We'll start with a stunning, versatile design.
Versatile.
Pixelbook is the thinnest, lightest laptop we've ever made, at just around 10 millimeters thin and a kilogram light. In fact, it's so light, I find myself constantly checking my bag to make sure I haven't forgotten it. Pixelbook easily adapts with a 4-in-1 design, so it's built for the many ways you want to use it. When you're at your most productive, it's an incredible laptop. Fold the keyboard underneath and easily watch videos or play your favorite games.
To be fair, that bezel on the bottom, the
Use
reason
Pixelbook
it's
as a tablet to catch
it's
up
so
on the
big
latest
is
news
because on laptops
or
like
read a
this, you
book.
need it to be.
It's the first
Because the
convertible
screen
laptop
is
that
so far
actually feels
down if
natural
you
to
had it
use
all the way
as a
running to the
tablet.
bottom. So you need that little bit of
Prop
height.
it up into tent mode
So for
to share your
laptops,
screen
like
or
for
follow
in
along
this
with the recipe in
scenario,
the
at
kitchen.
least, or for laptops, I like
Use
having
it
that
however
bottom
you
bezel
want,
because it
Pixelbook
lifts the
adapts
screen
to
a
fit
bit.
the office, the classroom, movie night, or even a long flight. Pixel phone fans will appreciate our signature glass inlay on the lid.
What I want to know is if
giving
you
it not
open it
only
too
a refined
vigorously,
look,
like if you
but
hit
improved
the
wireless
back,
performance.
like the top here, right? If you hit that top bit
12.3-inch touchscreen display
against the
is
back of a laptop,
gorgeously
would it
high
crack the
resolution,
glass?
with vibrant colors,
Like if you were
deep
like a bit
blacks,
too violent
and
with
enough
it.
brightness to use outside,
QHD,
even
that's
on
good.
a sunny
That's
day.
good. That's
We developed an extremely thin
better than a
keyboard that's comfortable
MacBook
to
Air.
use, with soft touch keys and a backlit design that helps
Okay,
you
I like
work
that it's
from
backlit. I'm not sure how I
anywhere.
feel about the look of those keys.
And Pixelbook's trackpad uses
the
touch
mini arrow
processing
keys kill it.
algorithms that improve accuracy and palm rejection. With Intel Core i5 and i7 processors,
i5 and i7,
Pixelbook
bloody
packs
hell!
a punch.
They're really going for. They're really
It
gunning
offers
for it on
plenty
this.
of RAM to handle your multitasking needs and gives you up to 512 gigs of storage.
You know what? I'm tempted to buy a decked
The
out
long-lasting
Chromebook,
battery provides up to
decked
10
out
hours
Pixelbook
of use
just
from
for
a
the
single
shits and
charge.
giggles.
And plugging in for just 15 minutes gives you 2 hours of battery life. You can even use your Pixelbook charger with your Pixel phone, giving you one
yeah,
less
that's
thing to carry
standard.
around.
Tell me something I don't know.
And in moments when you don't have access to Wi-Fi, Pixelbook is
VV?
smart enough to automatically connect through your Pixel phone.
Oh
We
yeah, this
call
is cool.
Instant tethering.
Yeah, I've got this on. Instant tethering is on the new version of Chrome OS. It's really cool.
It's so much simpler than setting up a hotspot on my phone and then manually connecting to it on my laptop. Now, let's take a further look at the software experience inside Pixelbook. This laptop is fast. It starts up in seconds, stays fast throughout the day, and won't slow down over its lifetime. Chrome OS provides a more secure computing experience with multiple layers of security and automatic updates. No need to worry about manual downloads or annoying security patches to keep your machine safe. And your most important files are available on your local drive and securely backed up with Google Drive, so you can access them from anywhere, online or offline. We're also excited to announce that Pixelbook is the first laptop with the Google Assistant built in, making it radically helpful.
Yep.
Just like you can with
should
your
have a
other
button as well.
devices, you can check the weather before heading out for the day, control your smart home, set reminders, check if my Packers won. Your assistant is there for you no matter what you're doing. And we've made it easy to interact with the assistant in all the ways you use Pixelbook. When it's in tent or entertainment mode and the keyboard is tucked away, simply say, "OK, Google, play Future Me." And that exact music video I had in mind starts playing on YouTube. Other times, though, it's not the right moment or place to talk to your computer. Like if you're sitting at a coffee shop or out in the audience right now. So Pixelbook has a key that puts the power of the assistant right at your fingertips, letting you type your request.
Assistant key. I wonder if they'll have
And
like
when
a
you're
soft
using
key.
your Pixelbook as a tablet,
again, this
it's
is one of those
easiest
things
to
that,
show your assistant
this is one of
what
the
you need
few
help
things
with on
that we were expecting, that little
That's why we
Pixel
created
that assistant
the
key.
new Pixelbook
Oh, it's got a
Companion.
pen. Okay, I wasn't expecting that one.
Smart, responsive
Psych.
companion
We
for
were.
Pixelbook.
Come at me.
Just hold the
What am
pens
I on?
button and
God
circle
damn
an
it.
image or text on the screen, and the assistant will take action. When you're browsing through a blog and discover a new musician, you can circle their photo, and the assistant will give you more information about them. From there, You can check out their Instagram page, go to their YouTube channel, get a list of
That's
their
cool.
songs,
To be fair, that's a
more.
good touch. If only you could do that
Or
on a
if you're
note.
doing homework, the assistant can help with your research. Like if you get stuck on a really unfamiliar concept, just circle the word and the assistant will give you everything you need to know.
Okay, also
the
good.
pen is
I like
also
that.
handy for
Tell me
moments
more.
when it feels more natural to write, draw, or take notes.
Nope, never.
Like when you're
never
using
had that.
your Pixelbook as a
I
tablet.
just type.
The experience using a pen should be like writing on paper. To bring that experience to life, we partnered with the engineers at Wacom, and together we built the
Wacom.
fastest, most responsive stylus
Wacom.
experience
Wacom. What a
with
name.
just 10 milliseconds of latency, 60 degrees of angular awareness, and 2,000 levels of pressure sensitivity. Pixelbook Pen uses machine learning for handwriting recognition and demonstrates how performance hardware combined with our expertise in machine learning delivers a user experience that just works better. And shouldn't the apps you know and love on your phone also be available on your laptop?
You
With
mean
Pixelbook,
like Android
they are.
apps?
Pixelbook fully supports Google Play, so popular smartphone apps are now available on a laptop. In fact, it's never been easier to put the final touches on your favorite photos in Adobe Lightroom and then post them straight to Instagram.
That's
You
I
can
have to
listen
say, that's my
music
favorite
from
part of having
Spotify,
Android apps on my
or
Chromebook. The
download
fact I can
Netflix
post
shows
to
and movies
Instagram.
for viewing on the go. Pixelbook is also
That's not even a
perfect
joke,
for
that's just a fact.
creativity apps like Evernote,
I've posted to Instagram from my
AutoCAD,
Chromebook before.
and more. Snapchat is already one of the most popular apps among early users. And we're thrilled to announce that the Snap team is working with us to bring an amazing Snapchat experience to the larger screen on Pixelbook.
Really? Cool.
In addition to these amazing Pixelbook experiences you've seen so far, there are many more developers building for the larger screen. Now, let's take a look at how Pixelbook will fit into your life.
Okay, Google, play Discover Weekly on Spotify.
Okay.
No, it's all right. Mute the audio again out of fear of a copyright strike. I have an Acer Chromebook 14. It has a 1080p display. It's not touch, but it's Chromebook. I really love it. It's great. It cost like £200 or something, and it works really well. Like I expected to buy it and it'd be okay, but it's really, really good. I've been genuinely loving it. There's a review of that coming soon as well. Whenever I get around to it, but I really love it because it's like, as I said, it was £200, and I'd say it probably works just as well, if not better, in my opinion, from my sister's MacBook. You know, for what I use it for at least, which is Google Drive, Google Docs, and that's literally it. Like, there's no reason. I think Chromebooks have come a very long way, and unless you are making videos or something like that, you don't need a full Windows PC, and a Chromebook is good enough for most people.
A radically helpful laptop that combines the best of Google's AI, software, and hardware. We think you'll love the beautiful, versatile design, high-performance hardware and software, new ways to access the Assistant, and all your favorite apps. It's available in 3 configurations, so you can choose the performance, memory, and storage that's right for you. Pixelbook starts at $999. And the Pixelbook Pen is $99. Both products will be available in the US, Canada, and the UK. On the
This
Google
is another one of
Store
those products
and over
that I know
1,000
I'm
retail
never going to
locations,
get because
including Best Buy.
it's like, this isn't
Pre-orders
designed
start
for
today,
people to
and
buy.
they'll
This
be
is
in
designed
stores beginning
for like
October 31st.
proof of what you can do
We
with a
can't
Chromebook.
wait
It's
to
designed
see
to be
how
overkill
you
on
use Pixelbook
purpose.
to work,
But I
play,
want it so
and
much.
create. Next, Mario's going to come out and talk about our Pixel phones.
Hey! Please tell me that the lack of a headphone jack has been like... Please tell me the lack of a headphone jack was like all a joke, please. Like they were kidding all along. We're like, just kidding. It actually still has a headphone jack. That would sell me on the phone, like immediately. Please. I guess that's literally the only thing this phone is missing.
At Google, we believe in questioning the status quo. Asking more from the world around us.
Please tell us not how you justify removing the headphone jack.
After all, Google was built on a single question. What if all the information in the world was available to everyone, everywhere?
Oh, yeah, that's
A big question for us is, what if smartphones got smarter and simpler? We set out to design a phone ourselves because we believed we could make the smartphone experience better. The first Pixel phone delivered a clean and fast UI, put the Google Assistant in your pocket, and brought you the best camera ever in a smartphone.
Yes, it did.
And we didn't stop asking big questions or working to solve big challenges for users. Today, we're proud to introduce the Google Pixel 2, designed for you with the best of Google built in.
Oh, it's orange. Red and not orange. Still no headphone jack, though.
We've created the new Pixel in two sizes, a 5-inch and the 6-inch XL, with thoughtful design elements and improvements to the UI throughout. We're bringing you more Google Assistant capabilities.
Oh, man.
We've added new smart experiences to the camera, and we'll continue to deliver the best photography. Plus, we're introducing some innovative new products to complement your Pixel experience.
Ooh, tell me more.
We do all this by bringing together the best of hardware, software, and AI.
And
Let's begin with the design.
Please tell me it also has a headphone jack.
We've evolved the Pixel's iconic look to be even bolder. The all-aluminum body with a premium hybrid coating gives it a sleek and clean profile.
Actually, having said that, I'm not sure how much I want this, considering it doesn't have wireless charging.
The sideband feels comfortable and secure in your hand. The refined visor is made of sturdy, gently curved colored glass and transitions seamlessly into the metal body. We've placed a fingerprint sensor where your finger naturally falls. It's extremely accurate, secure, and it unlocks faster than any other smartphone. We also added a small pop of color on the power button for a bit of playfulness. Over on the front, Pixel 2's front-facing stereo speakers are precision-tuned to deliver the perfect balance of volume, clarity, and frequency response. We placed them so you can comfortably watch videos in landscape mode without muffling the audio with your hand. If you prefer headphones, use your existing analog headphones with the included adapter.
God
or
damn
your
it!
digital USB-C headphones for the highest resolution audio all the way to your ears. Or avoid cables altogether.
Why would you do this to me?
With upgraded Bluetooth 5.0
Why,
support
Google? Why?
and hi-fi codecs. The smaller 5-inch Pixel 2 features a full HD OLED display. And it's as smart as it is beautiful. The display intelligently selects which specific pixels to turn on, leaving the others perfectly dark for a 100,000 to 1 contrast ratio. That's twice the resolution and more than 10 times the contrast ratio of phones in its category with LCD displays.
You mean the iPhone specifically?
Pixel 2 comes in 3 colors, kinda blue, just black, and clearly white.
Kinda blue. It's called kinda blue.
We love picking the color names. So let's talk about the display on the XL. The 6-inch Pixel 2 XL was designed with innovative POLED display technology. We elegantly curved the glass to bring the display to the edges for a full-screen, immersive viewing experience. The screen supports 18:9 QHD plus resolution with over 4.1 million pixels, which equals 538 pixels per inch for amazing detail. We tuned the display to take advantage of the wide color gamut for vivid and realistic colors. We've integrated a circular polarizer, which lets you enjoy the screen even while wearing sunglasses. And we've optimized the displays on both phones for virtual reality. They're both daydream ready. The Pixel 2 XL comes in 2 colors, just black and the stylishly simple black and white.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God it comes in all black.
Feel free to choose whichever size pixel you
Thank
prefer,
you, Google, for having
because you'll
some
get
sense.
the same great experience on
God.
both We don't set aside better features for the larger device. Both devices...
Low below.
Both devices are IP67 water and dust resistant and have an all-day battery that charges super fast. You get up to 7 hours of charge in just 15 minutes. Now, Sabrina from the Pixel product team is going to take us through the new Pixel 2 UI and some cool and useful features.
No, I have to say, the lack of wireless charging and the lack of a headphone jack are two things that I'm just not willing to give up. I'll be honest. They're just not.
Thanks, Mario. We're constantly working to make the smartphone experience easier and more helpful. And you'll see improvements throughout the Pixel 2's UI. That helpfulness starts before you've even unlocked the phone. Let me show you the Pixel 2's new always-on display.
Ayo.
You can see important information like the time, date, email and text notifications, and reminders, all without pushing any buttons or unlocking the device. And there's more than just notifications on your always-on display. Have you ever heard a song you loved and wondered what it was called? With Now Playing, you can just glance down to see the song name and artist on your phone. What makes this feature so special is that the music is identified without your Pixel 2 sending any information to Google. On-device machine learning detects when music is playing and matches it to a database of tens of thousands of song patterns on your phone. In this example, you can see that Pixel recognized the song Perfect Places by Lorde. From here, I can tap on the song title.
Google, please stop
and
playing the
I'm
song.
Google Assistant.
Stop playing it. I'm going to get struck by Lorde herself.
My favorite music service, like Google Play Music or Spotify, search the web for the song, or even watch the video on YouTube. This feature has brought me some delightful moments over the past few months, and I'm finally learning who sings my favorite songs. Okay, so let's go to a live demo. Here we are on the new Pixel 2 home screen. You can see here I've selected one of our live wallpapers. This is from our new collection called The Living Universe. And if you look closely, you'll notice subtle movements like the waves crashing on the beach. I love that. At the top of the screen, there's a space called At a Glance, where you can easily see.
I like that. I saw the look of that. It was leaked, and that looks cool. I hope that you can get that in a widget, because that's the kind of thing I really want.
And more coming soon.
Oh, are they teasing the Pixel Ultra? Is that a joke or is that real?
I've got a mysterious meeting coming up. Not sure what that's about.
Is that fake? Is that
We placed the Google Quick Search box at the bottom of the...
So here's the deal. I'm going to mute that real quick. Here's the deal. The Pixel Ultra was something that was rumored and then was dismissed as fake. Did Google pull the wool over our eyes? Did they ultimately, did they fake the fakers? Or not? What? I'm so confused. Tell me more, Google.
Web search results at the top, but also contacts and apps from my phone. I can even drag an app from here and drop it right on my home screen. We've also made it faster and easier to get to the Google Assistant on Pixel 2.
Tell me more. I'm so
interested called
now.
Active Edge. Just give your Pixel a quick squeeze where your hand naturally holds the phone and ask for whatever you need.
That one.
Here's a quick demo. I just squeeze the phone, take a selfie. One hand, no buttons. Help me out, front row. Nice.
Yep, so that.
Our research team investigated dozens of ways to trigger the assistant, but squeezing the phone felt the most natural, satisfying, and efficient. After a lot of work in machine learning,
it sounds
we're
better
able
than
to
HTC's
accurately identify
implementation.
an intentional squeeze. We're really proud of how it turned out, and it even works when your phone is in a case.
Okay, cool.
So your assistant is just a quick squeeze away, making lots of common tasks on your phone fast and easy. From calling and texting your friends, to controlling your smart home, to enjoying your favorite music and videos. And having the same assistant at home and on your phone means the experience is connected across devices. For example, I can say to my phone, "Okay, Google, broadcast." Hey, I'm almost done with the
you
pizza,
can broadcast
so get
from
ready
your
for
phone.
dinner.
Whoop, whoop.
And my voice message is
Expect
shared
me
with
to
my
be annoying
family
everyone in
through
the
Google
house.
Home in our kitchen. The routines Rishi mentioned are coming to the phone as well. And we've also customized routines specifically from when you're on the go.
I can't wait to use that broadcast feature.
Is when I'm on my commute. I jump in my car, drop my phone in the cup holder, and say, "Okay, Google, let's go home."
Sure, let's go. Your commute home is currently 27 minutes with heavy traffic if you take US 101 south. You have one unread text message. It's from Mom. It says, "We'll bring dessert to dinner tonight." Here's where you left off in fresh air. Have a safe drive.
I'm Terry Gross with Fresh Air.
Super useful, all from one quick command. I love how it resumes my podcast from right where I left off.
You should
My
listen to the
assistant
Snappy-Tech
even adjusts
podcast
the
with your
volume,
Google Assistant.
so I
Just
can
saying.
hear clearly on the road, and automatically sends a message to my husband, letting him know I'm on my way. Like all the new routines that the assistant will support, you can customize this one based on your preferences. So with a quick squeeze, useful routines on the go, and an assistant that keeps getting smarter, Pixel continues to be the most helpful phone around. Pixel 2 will launch with pure Android Oreo, with features like notification dots, picture-in-picture, and many
Android
more.
Oreo. Wow,
If you
I'm really good at
already
this
have a
today.
Pixel, you recently received the Android Oreo update, and we hope you're enjoying all the improvements. As a Pixel user, you'll always be the first to get OS and security updates without having to do anything. Your phone becomes faster, more capable, and more secure all the time. Next up, my Aparna is going to share some smart, helpful new ways to use your Pixel 2.
Can we take a second to just, can I just give a short congratulations to Google for straight up trolling everyone? They saw the Google Pixel hype, they knew it wasn't real, and they just played the audience. Thank you. Oh no! Oh, what did I do? Oh, whoops! Oh no! What have I done? What have I done? That's better.
Computers
That was
can
embarrassing.
understand what you see. It unleashes a whole new kind of assistance. That's why we started working on Google Lens, a way to do more with what you see. We're super excited to bring a preview of Lens to Pixel phones this year. So let's see it in action. Say you see this flyer for piano lessons. As a guilty mom, I've done this. As you know, the email addresses on them are always so long, like bestmusicteachersf2001@gmail.com. Now, you can simply tap on the Lens icon, grab that right information, and fire off that email. This also works for phone numbers, websites, and addresses. Yeah, pretty neat. Here's another example. You're at your friend's place at a party, you see this nice print, and you wonder who's the artist. Now you can just lens it. You can also follow up with what else did you paint?
Lens it, man. Just lens it.
You can use Lens to answer many more questions, like, is this movie worth watching? It totally is. How good is this book from Zadie Smith? Tell me all about this album that my music hip friend Rishi sent screenshots of. What was the temple from our trip 5 years ago? Look, across all these examples, there are a lot of things happening under the hood that are all coming together. So I'm going to geek out for a moment and call out a few things. The computer vision systems. We've had some major breakthroughs in deep learning, and now they go from pixels in the photo to things in the scene. The power of Google search helps us train these algorithms with millions and millions of images across the entire web. The power of Google's knowledge graph with its billions of facts about people, places, things. We put it all together, and now you know, this Buddhist temple in Kyoto was built in the year 1236 AD. Who would have known? Now, this has to work in the noisiest of conditions. These photos can be taken at different angles, different times of the day, different weather conditions, out of focus pictures, shaky hands, you get the picture. To be clear, sometimes computers do trip up, especially when things kind of look similar, like this. Let's take a moment. Is this a muffin or is this a chihuahua? You tell me. It's early days for Lens. But this is a familiar journey for us. When Google started, our search index contained about 25 million pages. Now, it's in the trillions. When we started working on voice recognition, our algorithms couldn't always catch what you were saying, especially with an accent like mine. Now, we have an accuracy rate of more than 95%. That's as good as humans. We're just getting started with helping you do more with what you see, be it a photo from 5 years ago or something right in front of you. In time, we want to bring Lens everywhere, but super excited to bring a preview of Lens to Pixel users first. So you'll start to see this icon appear in Google Photos and soon Google Assistant. We just talked about how the phone can help you understand the world, but it can also help you place things into the world. That's right. That's augmented reality. We see it as a powerful way to bring the physical and the digital together. That's why we started working on AR Core, our augmented reality SDK for Android. And we see that developers are already using it to create some amazing experiences. I want to show you a few examples here. So let's take House. They're bringing the showroom into your living room using AR. With League of Legends, you can watch one of the most popular esport games on an AR map built by Grab Games. And with Lego, my favorite, you can build virtual models with characters that really come to life. All the fun, no Lego pieces to step on. We at Google are also making some fun things, and our teams have been working hard to create this new experience. We call it AR Stickers. It's built right into the camera, and it's exclusive to Pixel. With AR Stickers, you can express yourself with playful emojis, like these fun food characters here. There's lots to choose from, and more will be added over time. Our partners are also making some fun stickers here, and I want to show some of them to you right now. So let's start with the Netflix original, my favorite show, Stranger Things. Can't wait for season 2. Ready to see it?
Season 2 drops, like, just for Halloween. I can't wait.
Time to set the mood.
That's so good.
Lights, please. OK, here's Leah using the Pixel camera. We're looking at the AR stickers. We're in the Stranger Things collection. Yes? OK. So let's pick a character. Let's pick Demogorgon and place him right next to me. Whoa. OK. You need to have a cup of coffee, dude. Notice how the creature's not just sitting around where you put it. Right? It's not a dead sticker. It's moving. It's reacting to what's around it. It's alive. We really paid attention.
The person holding the phone is so
motion,
shaky right now, it's
physics,
unreal.
The lighting. We want to make it feel like it's actually here. Is it? But let's have some fun. This is a great photo or video, by the way. Please. But let's have some fun here. Leah, can we drop 11 into this? All right. OK, this is getting interesting. Now we have 2 characters in the scene. And notice how they're not just reacting to the environment around them, they're reacting to each other. Right? They know each other's presence. That's a big reaction. These interactions make some really interesting moments here. Wow, that was fun. Thank you, Leah. Now you can be the director of all kinds of stories and share these with your friends. You'll have more AR stickers to play with, your favorite characters from SNL, YouTube, the NBA, and just in time for Episode 8, Star Wars.
Hey.
I've been playing with these stickers. They're so easy to use, and they look great. And this is because the Pixel camera is specially calibrated for augmented reality. It allows robust tracking, even in low light conditions. It also supports 60 frames per second rendering of AR content. You saw how the camera can help us do more with what we see with Google Lens. You saw how the camera can bridge the physical and digital with AR. But the Pixel camera also takes awesome photos. So to tell you all about it, we'll have Mario back on stage.
Yay, Mario. Mr. Jumpman himself.
Thanks, Aparna. We hear every day from users of the first Pixel phone that the camera is one of their favorite features. You can see why in the amazing photos that people post with the Team Pixel hashtag. Last year, Pixel received a DxO score of 89. That was the highest rating that DxOMark had ever issued to a smartphone. With Pixel 2, we have reimagined smartphone photography through great hardware and unparalleled imaging software, tuned by our engineers and researchers. Today, we're proud to announce that DxOMark has issued Pixel 2 an unprecedented score of 98.
What? Bloody hell! 98? Well, there goes Google. There goes Apple's.
That's the highest score of any smartphone camera.
Bloody hell!
Let's talk about how we achieve that. And it starts with great hardware. The Pixel 2 has a 12-megapixel f1.8 rear camera with optical image stabilization.
The Note
We've
8
integrated these components with our HDR Plus computational photography.
Bloody hell.
For every photo, we take a burst of shots with short exposure times to avoid blowing out the highlights. We then align and combine each pixel algorithmically for optimal color and contrast. All of this happens
to be fair, it does look like it has a massive sensor,
lag.
massive in phone
The results
standards.
are stunning, with high dynamic range, even in challenging low light conditions. This year, we've increased the dynamic range and improved texture and sharpness. And combined with a new autofocus mechanism and optical image stabilization to reduce blur from shaky hands, you get amazing shots every time.
I genuinely
like
was shocked, because I was expecting it to be like 92 or 93.
Pixel 2 also brings you portrait mode. But we're implementing it a little bit differently. We're applying Google's unmatched computational photography and machine learning. Portrait mode lets you take professional-looking shots with a blurred background to make the foreground pop, like what you might capture with an SLR camera. Other smartphones do this by combining the images from 2 cameras. Pixel 2 does portrait mode with just 1 camera and machine learning. What's unique about Pixel 2 is that it can generate a true depth map with a single lens. So you get beautiful portrait shots without needing a second camera. The way this works is that the Pixel 2 camera includes a dual pixel sensor technology. This means that each pixel in an image contains a right and a left view. The difference in perspective from those pixels, combined with machine learning models trained on almost 1 million photos, means that this works on really hard cases, like a busy, colorful background. And yes, this does work with objects too. And there's more. Portrait mode doesn't just work on the main camera. Because of the quality of Google's computational photography with a single camera, you can also take portrait selfies through the front camera on both the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 2 XL.
Hey! Shots fired at Apple yet again.
The Pixel 2 takes amazing videos too. We're applying optical image stabilization simultaneously with video stabilization at the same time. Other smartphones do optical or digital, but don't do both at the same time. During video recording on a Pixel 2, the OIS hardware actively corrects shake artifacts, while at the same time, the software-based video stabilization uses intelligent frame look-ahead to stabilize the overall video. We call this fused video stabilization, and it's another example of Google's hardware plus software plus AI working together. The result is less motion blur, even in low light. Your videos look smooth and professional.
Wow.
The Pixel 2 camera also supports a feature called motion photos. The photos you take, for the photos you take,
normal.
your Pixel captures up to 3 seconds of video behind the scenes.
I don't care about
removing
that.
uninteresting motion and applying our unique fused video stabilization technology to the results.
Okay, keep going.
But of course, the proof is in the photos and videos. So we invited some photographers and producers to test drive the new camera, and they were stunned by what they can do with the Pixel 2. Timmy McGurr, better known as 13th Witness on Instagram, and filmmaker Zach McTee documented a recent trip to New Orleans using just the Pixel 2. The film you're about to see uses no attachments, fancy rigs, or lighting. All of the video footage and stills were captured on Pixel 2 phones without any image enhancements or color corrections.
Show us to start streaming the live event. Your event is starting. And we're live. Hello and welcome to not the Snappy-Tech podcast. This is there's a Google event starting in half an hour that's called Ask More of Your Phone. It's going to be me. It's going to be Paul for the time being. We're going to take the piss out of Google together. This is similar to what happened to the Apple event. So if you were offended by that, go fuck yourself. It was. I got so many comments, but were like, "Oh my god, you sound like such a ignorant. So you sound like such an ignorant douchebag." And I was like, "Yep, that's what I was going for." So if you don't want to hear us make fun of Google, go somewhere else. Preferably to the iPhone 10/iPhone 8 live launch reactions and conversation video, because that one's for you. We have Paul. Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Hello.
So before we get into this, I was at an event today, and I wanna talk about it real quick.
Sure.
I need to mute Twitter.
I need to mute my computer. There we go.
So yeah, nice. I need to do the same thing. Hang on. I just got a notification from Twitter, and it made a ding noise, and I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
So I was at an event today. There are a few reasons I want to mention this event. First of all, CCleaner were there. Now, if you remember, we discussed the CCleaner malware a couple of podcasts ago. Podcast number 13, we discussed CCleaner. I mentioned it to them. I said, "Hey guys, we were talking about you on our podcast because of a malware situation. You know, do you wanna come on and sort of sort it out?" And they said yes. So probably not this week. Probably not next week. We need to sort of get a proper timeline for it. But we are in contact with CCleaner. They want to do what Equifax didn't, which is come out, talk about it in public, be honest about it. So we're going to get them on. We're going to talk about what happened, how it happened, all that jazz. So I just want to say a huge, really quickly, just a huge thank you to CCleaner for being really good sports. We mentioned that CCleaner kind of shouldn't exist in the sense that it should be something Windows already offers. They completely agreed with that. They were like, "Yeah, that is so true." So they were really nice people. We're going to be talking to them hopefully in the coming weeks. Hopefully soon. It should be good. The other thing I really quickly wanted to do was mention a couple of freebies I got because I only picked up a few today at this event because I was kind of too tired to talk enough to people to ask for more. First of all, I got this T-shirt. Let me. I
haven't even got the stream up actually. I need to.
You should be able to see me in Skype, but you know.
I can't.
Oh, can't you?
No, you haven't done it.
Oh, whoops, sorry, my bad. It says find your Achilles heel before the Trojan does. So that's cool. This is actually another shirt from Splunk. So Splunk also do the Drop Your Dependencies shirt. They were kind enough to give me a different shirt as well, which is nice of them. Hang on, let me fix my webcam real quick.
Yeah, by the way, you realise I think one of the things you tweeted out was the wrong thing.
Where?
Yeah, you haven't updated the smpy.tech/live link.
I thought I had. I don't know.
No, because I tweeted it, then I was like, okay, what? Then, yeah, the ones you've tweeted are wrong. You're always wrong. One of the ones you tweeted.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure I changed it. Yeah, there's an auto tweet whenever I live stream. Hang on. No, it is right.
Yeah, that's...
It takes a little bit of time to process, but it should be right.
Yeah, on Twitter it comes up as
yeah, on Twitter the little preview might be wrong, but the link itself is fine. It does that sometimes. It will sort itself out in 10 minutes whenever Twitter refreshes my cache.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a thing. I need to. Oh damn it! This is why I don't usually. That's better. Cool. So yeah, so that's a thing. So I got this T-shirt from Splunk. Thanks to those guys for. Right, so what was the question? What products from this event are you most likely going to consider getting? Honestly, probably the Home Mini, and that's about it. Apart from a Pixel 2 XL, but the price kind of put me off there. It's a toughie, because I kind of want the Pixel 2 XL, but I also kind of want the LG V30, because I want that headphone jack and wireless charging. So I guess we'll see. I think these are just the live cases being talked about.
4 colors. And more than 250 Pixel 2 accessories from 25 popular brands will be made available through our Made for Google program.
Oh, the Made for Google program.
Finally, to make sure you're getting the most out of your new phone and the Google Assistant, we're including a Google Home Mini with each purchase of a Pixel 2 and Pixel 2 XL for a limited time in Australia, Canada, Germany, the UK, and the US.
Damn it! Now I'm tempted.
So that's the new Pixel, the radically helpful smartphone that combines the best of Google hardware, software, and AI. We hope you'll love it as much as we do.
That is interesting. So let's let this ad play. So yeah, I'll be honest. Hang on, let me switch to just me for a bit. Oh, it says podcast. Oh well, we'll live. Will we live? We'll live. Oh well, it's not a podcast. It's a live stream, but you'll be fine. I just want to see if I can go onto the Google account on the Google website right now and pre-order it real quick. Or not pre-order it, so see if you know what I mean. I just want to see if it's there or not. God damn it! Just so I can see the UK prices. They have new headphones on here as well. Those look weird. They have new headphones called the Pixel Buds. Right, let's see if I hit buy. So it's £700 for the LG V30. It's £800 for, let me switch back to here, for the Pixel 2 XL. I want it in just black. That black and white isn't for me, I'll be honest. But yeah, that's what it looks like. £800 for 64 gigs, which I think is more than enough. Especially considering all of the cloud storage is unlimited and free. That's in my opinion, that's what takes up the most storage. My phone is a 64 gig phone. The only reason I have an SD card in mine is literally just because all the photos go onto there. Everything else is and even that, is deleted after some time. So I honestly think it's all right in terms of just needing a 64 gig. Still £100 more than the LG V30 without the wireless charging and the without the wireless charging and the headphone jack though. That's an interesting one. These are Pixel Buds. They look like earbuds, but they have a little Google logo on them. Oh, look how cute they are! Aren't they adorable? And then the Daydream View is that exactly the same? I can't tell. It's a slightly different color. I'm assuming it's changed and we're about to hear about it. Let's switch back to find out. Hey, oh, hang on, they're talking about it.
We kept everything from last year that people loved, and we made it even better.
That was a coincidence.
To start, we have a new lineup of colors that complement this year's Made by Google family. We also upgraded the lenses and the fabrics, so the headset has our widest field of view yet and is super light and comfortable. Of course, what matters most in a VR headset is where it can take you. Last year, we launched with 25 apps and games, and now we have more than 250 high-quality VR titles.
No, I wouldn't be interested in the non-XL version, purely because I like this size of smartphone. Like, this is the size I want it to be. I like my S7 Edge. I like the size of a V30. I'll let him talk for a second, it's fine. I prefer that size, and the Pixel 2 has those larger bezels on the top and bottom. I feel like the difference in phone size overall isn't that drastic between them to justify going for the Pixel 2. Well, apart from the fact it's £170 cheaper, I guess. But it's just not for £70. I'd rather go for the LG V30, I reckon, personally. My screen is turning red. Let me turn that off. Not quite hours nightlight. Saving my eyes over here.
Cast the experience to the TV so your friends and family can see what you're seeing. The new Google Daydream View is the best mobile VR headset on the market and will be available for $99.
It's also £99.
Today, we're also announcing a smart new audio accessory that works perfectly with Pixel 2.
You mean the Google Buds?
Our first pair of premium wireless headphones. They're called Google Pixel Buds.
Oh, man. What a name.
Our team designed Pixel Buds for great sound, delivering clear highs and deep bass. So whether it's jazz, house, or a symphony, it all sounds incredible.
I'm sorry,
Buds,
I already have my
music
J-Buds.
is super simple
I'm not switching.
because
I
all
really
of the
like
controls are built into the right earbud. You simply tap to start and stop your music, or swipe forwards and backwards to change the volume. Now, what's amazing is when you pair your Pixel Buds with your Pixel 2, you get instant access to the Google Assistant. We optimize the experience to be quick and easy. Just touch and hold the earbud and ask your assistant to play music, send a text, or give walking directions, all while keeping your phone in your pocket. It can also alert you to new notifications and read your messages. Pixel Buds work great with Pixel. They even give you access to a new real-time translation experience. It's an incredible application of Google Translate powered by machine learning that's like having a personal translator by your side. To show you how easy this experience is, I'd like to invite Isabel back on stage for a conversation in her native language, Swedish. So, Isabel is going to speak Swedish into her Pixel Buds.
I really hope this doesn't fail
I'll hear the English
miserably.
translation out of Pixel 2's front speakers. And then I'll respond in English, and she'll hear the Swedish translation in her Pixel Buds. To illustrate this today, you'll hear both sides of the conversation. Okay.
I
Hey
cannot
Isabel,
wait.
how's it going?
Hej Isabel, hur är läget?
Helt okej, tack.
Absolutely okay, thank you.
What do you think of these cool new headphones?
Vad tycker du om de här coola nya hörlurarna?
Mitt team designade dem, så jag tycker de är ganska coola.
My team designed them, so I think they're pretty cool.
I have the J-Bird X Freeze.
So while you're up here, what color should I get?
Medan du är här, vilken färg ska jag välja?
Jag tror ganska blå skulle passa dig.
I think kind of blue would suit you.
All right.
Jag tror jag drar nu. Publiken vill nog se några fler nya grejer.
I think I should go now. The audience would like to see some more new stuff.
That was actually surprisingly sleek. I'm not sure how the
Thank
phone
you, Isabel.
started it though. Like, how did the phone know?
So
you
with
were
Pixel
talking
Buds,
into
I
Translate?
can use real-time Google Translate
Oh, please
to
tell
have
me
a
it has
natural
Georgian.
conversation
Keep going.
in
keep
40
going,
languages.
Keep going. Keep
We're
going.
letting you
keep
connect
going,
with the world
keep
around
going,
you in a
keep
more
going.
natural way.
Oh, screw you.
By rethinking how a headphone should work, connecting it to cloud-based machine learning, and giving you access with the touch of a finger. Google Pixel Buds come in a pocket-sized charging case that provide up to 5 hours of listening time with just one charge. And the case holds multiple charges, so you get up to 24 hours of listening time when you're on the go. Pixel Buds are available in clearly white, kind of blue, and just black to beautifully complement your Pixel 2.
Clearly white. What a
And they'll
name.
be available in November for $159, and pre-orders begin today.
How much is that in pounds? I didn't look at the pricing. 159. Yeah. Same price in the UK.
We have one more product to show you.
They do?
It's about photography.
What?
Now, we all love photos.
Oh, is it going to be like a VR?
A lot of our
VR,
photos let us
360
step
attachment for
back
Pixel
into
2.
a moment with friends, with family. Some of our favorites are the candid ones, like this. They capture the essence of a moment. But the problem is, to get those photos, someone needs to be the photographer on duty, waiting to press the shutter button at just the right moment. And we were thinking,
it's going to be a 360 camera.
how do you capture those fleeting, spontaneous moments
no.
while
It's
letting
be
yourself
Google
be part
Home
of the moment?
with a camera on it.
So we've been working on that. And
Maybe.
I'm really
I don't know.
excited to share an entirely new type of camera that works with your Pixel. We call it Google Clips.
What? What is that? What?
And this first edition is specifically designed with parents and pet owners in mind. So you'll capture more of those spontaneous smiles, first steps, and first tricks. Now, Clips has all the things you would expect from a great camera. A high-performance lens,
I
a
am
powerful
so
image
confused
sensor.
right now.
It has a shutter button. But that's not what this camera is all about. We reimagined this camera from the inside out, starting with the software and applying machine learning to build a camera that takes photos for you, so
If
you can
Google-
enjoy
if
the
someone-
moment
if a
and
Google
instantly
employee
get
says-
shots you couldn't get before.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. How does all that work? It starts with an
If a
AI
Google employee
engine
says
at the
machine
core of the
learning
camera.
one more time, I think I might
Let's
freak.
talk about what that engine does. When you're behind a camera, you look for people you care about. You look for smiles. You look for that moment your dog starts chasing her tail. Clips does all of that for you. Turn it on, and it captures the moment so you can be in the moment.
These are basically
because the
Snapchat
software is at the core of the
spectacles
camera,
without the
it's
fact that
gonna
they're
get
sunglasses.
smarter over time.
I just realized.
We also reimagined what camera
To be fair, I
hardware
own
should do for
Snapchat
you.
spectacles, so
Clips is
I'm not
tiny.
one to talk.
It weighs almost nothing, so you can easily toss it into your pocket. And it's a hands-free camera, so you can get these amazing new perspectives
easily
on
toss
your
it into your
experience
pocket.
and get yourself
Not
in
your
the shot
bag, your pocket.
by attaching clips to almost anything or setting it down.
He's so adorable.
Now, from the beginning, we knew privacy and control really matter, and we've been thoughtful about this for Clips users, their family, and their friends. Let's start with the basics. It looks like a camera, and it has an indicator light, so everyone knows what the device does. Next, it looks for stable, clear shots of people you know, and you help the camera learn who's important to you. And finally, all the machine learning happens on the device itself. So just like any point and shoot, nothing leaves your device until you decide to save and share it. This approach to designing and engineering Clips required some significant technical breakthroughs to miniaturize the type of powerful machine learning that only a few years ago needed a supercomputer. Let's take a look at what Clips actually captures. So here's some clips I've captured with my family at home. Now, as you can see, it's not just photos that Clips is taking. It's taking little snippets that capture the whole moment. We call those, of course, clips. You can save them as a motion photo, or choose any frame to save as a high-resolution still. It's like having my own photographer shooting and choosing
yes, I
the
have
best
spectacles. They're
moments
downstairs
for
currently.
me.
I'll get them at the end of the stream.
And I just have to swipe to save to Google Photos, which can automatically make movies out of your clips in seconds. So that's the new Google Clips, a new type of camera that brings together the best of Google AI, software, and hardware.
Guess the price.
To help people more easily capture genuine,
somewhere between 100 and
candid
200
moments
pounds.
of family,
like
friends,
150, I
and
reckon.
pets. Clips will be coming soon and selling for $249.
God damn it!
Take a look at some of these great clips from
No,
our earliest
to be
users.
fair,
Enjoy.
that's... No, yeah, I see why. No, yeah, 250. That's double the price of the spectacles.
Hello again, everyone.
I'm not too surprised, I guess. But, like, I'll get that when it's on sale.
In Pixel Buds and Clips blends AI with the best of Google software
I'll buy them when
and
they're half
high-performance hardware to create new, radically helpful experiences for users. This is our strategy for the Google hardware team, and you've seen it come to life in all of our new products. The two newest members of the Google Home family, the beautiful new Pixel phones, and our premium Pixelbook laptop. And of course, the Google Assistant is the primary way we bring AI to our users. Your personal Google is ready to get you the help you need when you need it. Talk to it, type, show it what you see, or just give your phone a squeeze. It's the simplest way to get things done.
I'm never going to get over that, am I?
So here it is.
That is an
This
extensive
year's
lineup,
made by
to be
Google
fair.
family.
Oh, yes. You see, no, I'm going to pause it for a second. That is the color scheme I need everything in. That is it right there. Let me hit load again. That is it. That is what we need. Nah, not about that life.
We've created them as a single set of products that are designed for you with familiar elements, from soft materials to curved lines and simple, stylish colors. They look great together, and they also work great together and perfectly demonstrate our approach of reimagining hardware from the inside out. Thanks so much for joining us today. For you live stream viewers, take a closer look at our new products at our redesigned Google Store. For everyone here
I have it in another
Jazz,
tab. Like, come
you'll
at me,
get to
bro.
see everything
One step ahead.
up close in our demo area outside. Thank you so much.
I want to
enjoy your day.
Why don't I get a demo area? And it's just gonna be an ad. A phone. Wow, it's a phone. So yeah, there it is. That's it. That's everything. Interestingly, it looks like oh yeah, because they said coming soon. That's why it wasn't in the thing. That makes sense now. So yeah, if you guys have any yeah, I need Google to hook me up big time. If you guys have any questions, now would be the time to drop them. Is there anything you want to know more about? Let me know. I'll answer all your questions. Bloody hell. Right. You know what? If I was oh man, if I was looking for a new assistant, a new laptop, a VR headset, some wireless headphones, they're all decent choices. But I'm just not sure about the phone. Like, to me, the phone is... because I need that headphone jack, and because I love wireless charging so much, like, that phone kind of is the part that falls short for me, in my opinion. Like, I don't know, like, wireless charging is such a small thing, but I've had it for the last 4 or 5 years, and and it's just, oops, it's just not something I'm willing to give up at this point, I think. Because I'm so used to it. I don't know. You get like, I guess actually that's a question to you guys if you're still watching. What is the little thing, the thing that shouldn't stop you from buying a phone, that does? In my case, it's the lack of a headphone jack, but more so wireless charging. And it's overpriced. Yeah, it's a bit more expensive than I'd like, but you know, in a world where money is no object, what would be the thing that stops you? Like, you know, you'll be buying this on contract, strictly speaking, right? Most likely. So, although it's £800 if we go to the Car Phone Warehouse website. Let's see, is it already there? It is not, by the looks of it. Pixel 2. Let's find out. Yeah, we know. The event literally just finished. Just tell us what happened. Tell me. So this probably won't go live for another 15-ish minutes. I would assume it won't go live till about 7. But you know what? If I had £800 to drop on a phone right now, the black and white is already out of stock. That's already happened. God damn it. Oh, man. Oh, damn it. Oh, man, damn it. And then just black and clearly white. I'm sorry, that is just... I love the fact that Google name their devices with a bit of humour. Something's playing audio. What's playing audio? Oh. Yeah, you can go away. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's crazy because I feel like it's something that shouldn't stop me from buying the device, but wireless charging is. You can see that. Actually, let me show you the copyright strike real quick. This one, right there. Let me play the match. I don't even remember what it was. I think it yeah, it went into that, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna dispute it because it probably is. I don't care enough. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions, now's the time to drop it. Like it's hot. Yeah, I don't like the black and white either. It's different, don't get me wrong, but it's the kind of color I'd stick a skin on, I'll be honest. Like, let me turn it around. Turn it around. I like the red power button, but like the touch, that's a nice touch. Like the different colored power button, that's quite cool. But yeah, if it was like red and like orange or red and yellow, maybe, but red and black, black and white is just, they're too different, you know? They need to complement each other a bit more. That's too high contrast. You know how like when you get a contrast pocket on your shirt, it's like a little bit different. That's what I need. I need like, it needs to be like a contrast pocket, not a, whatever that is. That is that is the weirdest sentence I've ever said relating to technology. It's just dawned on me. Oh man. You're going to have to ignore the fact it says podcast on the top. Actually, you're not, because I have them all open. I can probably... can I do this? There we are. We're only going to remain live for about 10 more minutes. They didn't take a full 2 hours, which I feel like they need to be applauded for. because that is an achievement. Because Apple, I hate it when you take 2 whole hours. There we are, it says live stream now. All is well with the world. Yes, if you guys have any questions, now's the time to ask them. You have about 10 minutes. Reminds you of the old iPhone. Oh, I know what you mean, like the original iPhone. If I put... Oh, I wrote F instead of G. Like, if we pull up the original iPhone from behind, that bottom bit was plastic for the antenna. Like that. It does, you're right. It's the other way around, but I know what you mean. You're right. Oh, man, that is... Wait, where is it? It is, they've literally just... I feel like we need to turn this into a meme. Wait, I need to... Wait, I'm going to tweet this out, hang on. Swadine, can you give me your Twitter? Because, if you have one. Because I want to be like, props to Swadine for pointing it out. I need this URL. Just give me the URL. Just be nice. Give me this URL. I just want the image. I just want to steal your image, guys. Gosh. Oh, hang on. I just realized I wasn't sharing the screen. Hang on. Let me go back. Nope. Nope. There we are. So this is the iPhone. This is the Pixel. Oh, whoops. What have I done? Wait, let me refresh. Let's try this again. Black and white. Show me the back. So that's the Pixel. That's the iPhone. There's a clear similarity here. Literally Swadine, cool. Inspect. You can watch me make this. This is fun. Give me the... I just want the URL, damn it, guys. Open in sources panel. Hey, look. Oh, it's got a transparent back. Google have done my job for me. Thanks, guys. You're so nice. You're so nice. You're like so amazing. I cannot believe it. Let's open up Photoshop. I'm going to do this live. You know what? Why not? This is the kind of thing we do. So this is that. I'm just going to move it to the left. And we'll just stick the iPhone next to it and be like, look familiar? Actually, I might stick the iPhone on the left and have that on the right. Wait. Open up Photoshop again. Yeah, whatever. We will do that. Right click. Select inverse. Oh, wrong layer. We need to rasterize it. It's better. And then we that will probably... Oh, it's done it perfectly. Whew, that's rare. We'll make it the same height. We'll put this on this side. We'll put this on that side. We'll make sure they're centered. Hit save to my desktop because I'm organized. iPhone vs Pixel 2 XL. You know what, actually I'm going to stick a Snappy-Tech blue background on it because Twitter will mess with the background color depending on what you're looking at it on. Oh, doesn't that look glorious? I never thought the live stream was going to disintegrate into this, I'll be honest. Let me save it as a JPEG as well. Save. It can be called download. I don't care anymore. Yeah. This is... I can't believe... I just want to take a second to thank Swadine for pointing this out. Because I really wasn't expecting that. Awesome following Snappy-Tech. Let's tweet this out. Is it just me or does the hashtag Pixel2 add images, desktop, there it is, Snappy-Tech and my personal. Cool. That's tweeted out. Could go viral. You never know. What? If you buy a Pixel, so this is breaking news, thanks to John Legier, who is my favourite guy to follow on Twitter. He is just hilarious. Wow. So you get up to 50% back for your device if you buy it from Google. That is crazy. That is... Wow. Fair enough. Cool. I am now slightly sad because I want... Oh, whoops. No, don't do that. Whew. That was an accident. Shouldn't have done that one. My cat is terrorizing the house in the background. Wait, if I... Oops, wrong button. Let me... Look, that's Noodles. Just terrorizing the household. Whilst I'm too busy focusing on this. It is, but it's T-Mobile, so that will only be applicable in the US. That won't be in the UK. Bye, Noodles. Oh, let's go back to that. Oh, man. So, yeah, that was the Google event. What time is it? I'll stay live for 5 more minutes. Why not? Paul is unfortunately not around. I did leak my Skype. Yeah, but that's fine, though, because this is my podcasting Skype. I have 2 Skypes. I have a personal Skype and a podcasting Skype, and I'm on the podcasting one. So all is well. My cat is a don, I'll be honest. My cat is just... Noodles is just next level. Right, let's go back to these devices. Let's go back to the store. What do I think is the weakest product in this lineup? Let's look at that. Because I'll be honest, I'm if we ignore my prejudice for lack of wireless charging and a headphone jack, I think from a buyability point of view, from what people might actually buy, the Pixel Book is the least likely. Don't get me wrong, it's gorgeous. I want one. It's I think it's great. I don't know how I feel about that look on the back, but it's different. You know what? No, I do know how I feel about that, because every time someone makes a laptop, they're like, oh my god, it looks like a MacBook because it's made of metal. Like, you can make it much more differently. Google went out there, made it differently. Congrats to them. Swadine, we have hit 420 subs. We're actually at 421. Let me just refresh YouTube to double check that. I believe we're at 421. Let me, come on. Let me know. Oh, did you know YouTube, they're live right now? Is you're not gonna... Hang on. Yeah, 421 subs. It just takes a while to update on YouTube's front. But we hit 420 during a podcast. It was hilarious. Oh yeah, that's a good point. The speaker is so damn expensive. The Max. That's a good point. Because this is, $1,000, but it's $1,000 for a Core i5, 8 gigs of RAM, and 128 gig SSD, which, is not great, but it's not too bad. Has a gorgeous display, I assume. We'll see, I guess. So, it's not cheap, but it's not very expensive. So I'll give them that. It has, where does it say? Come on, give me the, there we are. Yeah, 2400 by 1600 screen. Okay, that's cool. Actually, how much is that compared to if we go to the Microsoft Store and then go to... Let me mute my desktop audio purely because I keep getting Twitter notifications and I don't want you guys to be bugged by that. So if we look at the Surface Pro, which, similar kind of deal going on, right? This has Surface laptop. Let's look at the Surface laptop. Microsoft Surface. Where is it? Surface laptop. Oh, I'm shivering a little. Configure. So i5, 8 gigabytes. You can't get it with 256 storage. That's okay. 1250. So you know what? The pricing is more solid than I thought it was, I guess. If we look at the Pro, which is the cheapest of the lot, and go again. So this is i5. Unfortunately, it's 256 instead of 128 gig SSD. But you know what? Let's do this one. So i5, 128 gig SSD, 4 gigabytes of RAM instead of 8. That's only £20 less. And, however, you still need the keyboard, which is another 100. So actually, now that I think about it, at $1,000, this is reasonably well priced. So I just want to apologize for a second to Google for being like, oh my god, what are you guys doing? Because it's actually quite reasonable. Oh wait, hang on. No, I'm wrong. I am so wrong. Oh, damn it. Oh, damn it. Wait, 8 gigs of RAM, 256 SSD. Nope, still reasonable. Still reasonable. It's okay. We're all good. We're all good. No, the Surface laptop has a regular hinge. Has a poor person hinge. It just hinges. Let's so what was it for the laptop? So yeah, 1,250 for the Microsoft version, 1,200 for the Google version. You know what? 50 quid difference makes it more or less the same price, I'll be honest. So it's not that expensive, it's not that cheap. Fair enough. However, the most overpriced is, I have to agree, is the Max. I can't believe I forgot about that. Purely because it's not available in the UK by the looks of it. Oh yeah, again, it's because they said it was coming soon as opposed to a specific date. But yeah, $350 is a lot of money. Not 350, 400. 350 is also a lot of money, but that's for the bloody Apple ones. Whereas 400 is for the Google one. Has 2 speakers in it instead of 1, so I kind of see where they're coming from. I think $400 for a thing in general is just too much. I have to say, like, I don't see myself ever spending $400 on a speaker. Never mind, you know, like one you'd buy multiples of. So yeah, I just don't see it. The Google Home is good enough for most situations, if you know what I mean. And then on top of that, I was saying I was going to Google search and I forgot what it was. What was I going to find? Oh, keyboard. That's what it was. On the subject of keyboards, this is the keyboard I want. This is, just look at it. Hang on, wait. It's all new. The MX Ergo. That's a mouse. Look at this keyboard. Look at it. How do you not want this thing? It is yeah, just look at this. Look at it. I want it. Like, so much. Like, so badly. It's £200 though. Why is it so expensive? Why do you do this to me? Oh, sorry. It's only 180. Why do you do this to me? Again, I'll wait for it to be on sale and buy it then. So, that's where I think I'm going to call it a wrap. It's been a great show, a great podcast. Thanks to Paul for coming on earlier. It was great seeing you as always. If you like this, make sure to click like. If you didn't, not quite sure what you're doing here, but you're here though. So thanks for sticking with us for what was a 2-hour live stream. Was it? Yes, it was. We started at 5. It was a 2.5-hour live stream, actually, because we started at 4:30. So 2.5 hours of me rambling, taking a piss out of Google. Thank you for joining us. I hope you liked it. If you didn't like it, there's an Apple one, so go watch that one instead. We take a piss out of Apple. There's a lot more to take the piss out of them for, actually, because they only released 3 devices. So, go check that out. And we'll see you during our next live stream, which is on Sunday for the Snappy-Tech podcast. So go be there. Do it. We'll see you then. smpy.tech/live. If you don't have that, smpy.tech/podcast. And then you'll get all the old episodes, or /iTunes if you're on an iOS device or an Apple device in general. Just do it. And we'll see you guys on Sunday. Bye.